We live, baby.
We live.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DJ Ball, and you are back for another episode of In the Cut Live, Season 3. We in the building. Everybody here. We up. Cups up.
I got mine.
All right, now. Anybody want to do the toast?
No, you got it, man.
All right, never above you, never below you, always by your side. In the Cut Live. In the Cut Live, we in the building. Let's get it started. Today's topic is going to be toxic love. Today we're talking about toxic love, and we're gonna share some stories, and we're gonna talk about traits and signs of toxic love, and we're gonna just go down on. We're gonna do some therapy. We're gonna try to get through this thing together and try to figure out how you can identify with it and what you can do to prevent it. Bella, well, welcome back, Bella.
Thank you.
We got Bella back in the building, man. Can we get applause for Bella?
Bella got a 10.
Bella with the 10. Period.
Bella with the 10. It's a chicken salad. Where you been? What you been up to? Catch the people up.
I mean, we had a break, but then when y'all came back, I was in Colombia.
Nice.
Okay.
For like 10 days, you
Damn.
know, a little vacation.
She got money.
That was
How was coffee?
coffee was amazing. I sent myself some back to the States.
That's
because
illegal.
Coffee was crazy. First of all, no, it's not.
Nigga just told us so.
Shut up. That's probably why it's held up in customs right now.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Uh-oh.
Yikes. Yeah, but that's where I've been.
That's what's up, man.
Well, we back.
Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
It's a very interesting episode to have you back for, by the way.
Right.
Tori, what's happening, man?
Hey, guys.
You under the weather?
Slight. I just got sick today. It's not really a sneeze or a cough yet, but my
but you got
nose is
flu.
very open. I can smell everything. Like,
that's deep.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird
That's usually
thing.
the backwards. Usually
Allergies.
backwards is hell.
Allergies.
By the way, you guys are sensitive right now.
Yeah, I can tell when I'm getting sick early.
Yeah. I think it's something going
Presentation.
around. Everybody been sick low key over the last couple of weeks. I don't know what it is. Something in the air. Joy, what's happening, baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Okay.
What's up, man?
Ain't nothing, man.
I've been here though.
We got a big day tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's I'm high, but it's one of I would say as in my tenure as an entertainer, it's gonna be one of my most proudest moments because like my goal when I was a kid was to always be on a silver screen.
Yeah.
So the fact that like based on everything that I done overcame, I did it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's going on tomorrow?
Right.
I got it. I'll take care of it. Like, I was already here.
My OnlyFans dropped tomorrow, y'all.
Hey, real quick, if y'all not aware, Joey was actually featured in a movie called Almighty Zeus. It was produced by Manny Pacquiao. And tomorrow, the whole crew will actually be at Rancho del Rio Theater at 6 o'clock. Rancho del Rey Theater at the Regal. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And if y'all want to join us, man, we're going to be down there checking out the movie and seeing the big homie on the big screen, man. So that's going to be very, very, very proud of him here. And
I ain't no extra. I'll be like,
it's a caricature.
Yeah, niggas be like, I'm talking.
He got lines. He got lines.
Lines plural.
Yeah, if you Google my name, it show up with my film credit and all that other shit. I'm low key like 25% famous.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. We on the list.
Tell them about the TikTok.
Oh yeah, TikTok.
TikTok,
Tell them about the gun line.
And you know how I found it out? I just happened to Google myself at work.
And it said
Out of boredom.
So like a couple magazine articles that I did out here popped up, and then it said Jordan Morrow has been viewed 1.2 billion times on TikTok. And when you click it goes to my TikTok.
That boy famous.
Like
we
it's 7 billion people in this world. 1.2 seen me
Can
before.
I get your autograph?
Yeah, shit. We got pictures together. You can tell.
I just want.
Yeah, we could.
We up.
Like, we could.
So y'all know y'all welcome to come out there, man. Tomorrow is an open event, man. So we just hope to see all the faces we can possibly see, man. We gonna turn up for the homie. So we gonna hop into this topic for today, man. Toxic love. It's a lot of that going around. It's a lot of this battle of the sexes going around right now. And I heard somebody say the other day, like, all y'all podcast niggas are the same. No, we not. Not even close, dog. We not on here trying to pretend to be alpha dogs and all that kind of shit.
I am alpha dog. Fuck them.
I'm trying to bridge the gap. You know, it's not just alpha males and beta males. You know that? It's another one, and I'm the other one. I found that out. It's called a delta.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this?
I've heard.
What that mean?
We don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Like, it's all stupid to us.
He said, I don't like niggas, I don't like bitches, I don't like nobody.
It ain't even that kind of.
That was
I don't like nobody.
That was Gotti, I
equally.
think. got it.
So
Nah, it had to be
with
somebody
these
else.
toxic traits we got going on, we got our first question.
Hold on,
It says,
honestly, hold on. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but I will. We just had Thanksgiving. I know we're gonna go down the line of the relationship.
oh, you want to talk about Thanksgiving?
Not Thanksgiving,
Okay.
particularly, but toxic love within family relationships.
Oh, shit.
We're gonna quickly go to
Okay.
relationships in regards to like couples and all of that stuff, because every podcast nigga do that.
Okay.
We're not gonna do that.
We're not going to do that. Because we're not all the
Immediately,
same.
right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into like maybe how was the family dynamic? You know, Thanksgiving. We just had that. Did y'all go home and hang out with the family?
Fuck no.
Why not? Because they toxic.
Cause let me tell you something. When my only person I like on my mother's side is my grandma, and Lord, God forbid, when it's time for her to go, them motherfuckers will never see me again.
Wow.
And I told them that. I'm like, when my grandma kicked the bucket, y'all
Not-
niggas would
not
never
kick the bucket.
hear from me a day in your life, because them niggas, man. I have my family just like when I was like in high school and shit, and I was really trying to like figure myself out. Niggas weren't really fucking with me for real. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas were really talking ill on me. I was to the point that
Your family?
yeah.
Wow.
Like niggas were really talking ill on me, even to the point of niggas was like, my granddad would like tell people like, oh, this nigga ain't graduated high school and shit like that, and would tell people I'm not gonna graduate high school because I was homeless. And I was homeless just because like I don't know, like them niggas just had issues, bro. So I ended up like sleeping in the park my senior year of high school.
That's deep.
So to make like a long story short, it's like now that like niggas seeing me in movies, they see me doing a podcast, and you know I was in the military and shit like that. Now niggas want to be like, oh, I got all this credit for this particular person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, no, dog. Like my family just don't understand why I don't rock with them, because like I don't forget shit. You do some shit to me, you only got one time to cross me, and then I'm remember that shit for the rest of my motherfucking life.
There ain't no making up for it.
No,
Do you
That's
feel like
deep.
they love you?
nah.
Really?
Somebody
At all?
Your
Nah.
granddaddy.
Love
Remember granddaddy?
you
Yeah.
motherfucker love you because of what you're capable of doing for them. That's a totally different thing.
Toxic love. No.
Because when I was in fact,
conditional
when
love.
I wasn't capable of doing anything, niggas weren't fucking with me. Now I'm doing it. I miraculously, overcame odds and doing better than y'all are. And now you see me as an asset, and now you know the only way this person could stay an asset is to woo them. And it works like this. Like every young nigga that joined the military,
Yeah.
don't let you join the military and you coming from a broke ass family. Cause
You
soon,
ain't got no money.
what they swear you got? They swear we
You got
motherfucking
that.
rich.
Yeah. Facts.
Rich. I was in boot camp. My grandma went and got a Navy Federal account. How? Cause don't I gotta be
On the
there?
back of you? No, you don't.
Yeah, I thought.
She's got to prove.
They gotta know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to prove
Just
association.
She just walked in there and said,
Yeah.
and got one.
Yeah.
That's fucked up because I had to join the Marine Corps to get it. You know.
So let me ask you this: as you grow and your popularity grows and stuff like that, do you feel like you have the mental capacity to handle this shit that's coming? Because we was talking about it before when you did your hair, and I was telling you like you knew niggas was gonna attack you, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be mentally tough enough and emotionally stable enough to handle what's coming. Do you feel like you've made it to that stage yet?
No. And I ain't gonna lie, because it's like I struggle. I'm in therapy for it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I'm
that's
getting
good. That's a
help.
start. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely in a realm of like, I'll be like, damn, it's just like I have a hard time realizing that people actually fuck with me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to pay attention to, because I'm used to like my family doing what they did.
That
So in
past
my
trauma.
head, yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
niggas don't fuck with me for real. And like, niggas could cold-heartedly fuck with me. And like, be like, y'all cold-heartedly fuck with me. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, sometimes I be like, them niggas don't fuck with me, bro.
It just
And
be
it-
something
it-
small. Yeah.
Yeah. And it don't even necessarily, you could be, I'm trying to call Ball and he don't answer. Ball could be at work. But like, if I'm having,
really ain't fucking with me.
like, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm like, don't let it be twice. I'm like, oh yeah, this nigga obviously don't fucking with niggas.
Funny
being
acting
weird.
ass
Like,
nigga.
yeah.
How this nigga gonna have a career, cuz? The fuck? Nah, I asked you that because I did hear what you said when you said like that you got one time to cross me, and it's like sometimes it's almost like you got to be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what's coming.
And I am prepared. The only thing, but I think what helps it with it, one, my fiance is very like supporting, and then like and having y'all, man, because like the bigger I get, I'm really only gonna be fucking with the niggas that was fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? That's why people like, damn nigga, how you got only like for our wedding? I only got groomswomen.
Okay.
I don't have no groomsmen.
That's deep.
Because every homeboy I done had at some point in a recent time or even long period of time has done something that I don't want you there on my special day. My hardest niggas on my squad just so happen to be females. Because these 7 females in different walks of life, other from military, college, high school, these are all my best friends through these walks of life. Had me in some of the darkest days, from ex-wife to bailing me out of jail because of other exes and other shit. Well, these are the ones that's like solid. It's never been a fucking issue.
Do you think that you give men a shorter leash though?
Probably. No, actually. The thing is, I'm more forgiving with like my male friends because I be like, man, them niggas just niggas. You feel me? But my female friends sometimes he be like, damn nigga, I feel like that's
you took it personal.
Yeah, but the difference is, I think with my female friends and my male friends is, when me and my female friends like are having a discussion, women like to have like genuine discussions, and it's easier to have a genuine discussion when this ain't your nigga. So it's like I'm not your nigga, you're not my chick. So it's not that type of emotion. It's like, hey, bro, like just tell me what it is. So niggas don't have those type of conversations.
In pre-recording, we actually talked about this in pre-recording today. It's about like I seen this podcast. This guy, he was talking like men don't like women, and him and the girl was talking about it, and they was going back and forth, and the girl was like, yeah, y'all don't actually like us, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to fuck, but y'all don't actually like us as people. Y'all rather kick it with y'all boys and this and that and the third. And I strongly disagree, because like you said, it's a lot of women in my life I like way more, you know, as people, just their personality, you know what I'm saying? So Bella, do you feel like there's any truth to that? And as far as your family dynamic, do you have any like toxic family traits and stuff like that? Double question.
So I'll touch on the family first.
Okay.
Since that's where we were.
Pause. That's how niggas' uncles get it. See, I will touch on the family first.
Why are you like this?
Y'all stay away from y'all goddamn uncle.
Why are you like this?
I'm sorry. I love you.
Stay away from
Bella.
Johnny.
So, to piggyback off the family topic, as far as toxic, I would say that I definitely have like minor toxicity going on in my family. And I think it just stems from being like with my grandmother. You know, grandmothers usually are like the matriarch of the family.
Yeah, 100%.
You always had that grandmother that you could talk to, you know, Nana made us some cookies. She, you know, whatever. So I don't have that. My mom's mom. My mom wasn't close to her mother, and I'm not close to her mother either. But she's in one of my other cousins' life. And so she does everything for that cousin. And so there's a lot of us, a lot of cousins and all this stuff. And she don't really fuck with none of us, but she fucks with this one, because she had to raise her. And so that's like the one she goes to. She call her. You
got the same grandma.
So was that like a proximity thing for you? Like maybe she was just closer to her. And
no.
Is it personal?
It might be. My grandma said I'm the favorite grandchild.
So I don't think it's personal. I don't think I think she realizes it now. Us as adults, we vocalized it to her, but it's at this point it's kind of like we've resigned to the fact that it is what it is. Like, she is who she is. We've told you, and if you decide to change, then you change it. If not, then then not, and that's fine, because we've been like this our whole life. But I think that's really the only toxic thing that goes on in our family. Other than that, we got a pretty decent dynamic. I didn't go home for Thanksgiving. I was here. I house hopped or whatever. But I do feel like, I don't know, like he was saying, as far as like past traumas and stuff, I feel like it does come back to like haunt you in your adult life.
Yeah, you don't know it until
because
it's too late.
It manifests itself in other ways. But yeah, so that I really couldn't tell you how that has manifested in my life, but
I can tell you.
I don't how. How?
It's probably because I can imagine that simply because I went through like a similar thing. It low-key kind of like hardens you internally, and then especially with you being like a Cancer, you naturally nurturing, but now you're nurturing with a condition of. Yeah, you nurture. You're. She threw me off with that, but you're guarded with it, because I be like, the thing is, I be like loving folks. I want to love everybody, but it's like I can't really like fuck with you because to me it's like nigga, my family went to it's not fucking with me to the point it was a point my grandma wasn't fucking with me, and like when your grandma don't fuck with you, it's kind of like, you could put that shit on like it don't, you know what I'm saying? But like you be like, especially if you don't have a relationship with your moms that's that tight, your grandma really supposed to be your, you know, taking them second reps, but you know, so
that's deep as shit. And I feel like,
what was your second question?
My second question has to do with the male and female dynamic of friendship. Like, as far as like, because he was saying like a lot of, he got all females as his groomsmen. You know what I'm saying? And like his dynamic with females and his personal experience is different. Right. And I was seeing something online where this podcast guy and girl was going at it about like how men don't actually like women. Females. And I think that's so untrue. I completely disagree with that. I completely
disagree with that. Yeah. Honestly, to be honest with you,
he was just coming out. Like
he just seemed like a pig, like one of those misogynistic niggas.
You try to combine misogynist and niggas in one word.
Shit,
honestly, no, I definitely feel like men and women can be friends platonically or whatever. But honestly, I feel like you need to be, even if you are in a romantic relationship, you need to be friends with your person in
somebody
general.
You like.
Yeah, like I need to like you in general because it's not always gonna be, oh, let's get on top of each other. It's not always gonna be, damn, you fine.
Love can't fix everything.
Attraction can't fix everything.
Yeah, you're gonna be ugly eventually, bitch.
Yeah, like
because of who you are, and I don't like you. Right.
And I have to be able to like you ultimately at the end of the day. So I feel like that is kind of an ignorant statement to say men and women can't be friends because how you got all these successful marriages because they like each other.
They
actually like my fiance more than most people.
That's like, important.
Like if we about to go somewhere, say we all going to Vegas, right? And all y'all fall off. Me and Marissa still going to Vegas.
Y'all gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Like, that's your nigga. Yeah. That's what it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
Before we jump off this family thing, Tori, I want to come to you. So you brought up the whole family dynamic, and we talking about toxic love tonight. And before we get on the relationship side of it, you want to touch on the family side of it. You seem like the rich auntie at the party. Like, did you go see your family this year?
No, I did not.
Is there a reason for that?
Fuck them kids.
My dog fucked up, but we ain't gonna talk about that. So
what happened?
We ain't gonna talk about that. But so no, I didn't go home, and I usually don't go home for Thanksgiving. And we decided I don't have a immediate family. I don't want to look at the camera, but
Did you gonna cry?
No. I don't have an immediate family, so I don't have kids at the house or whatever.
Understood.
So we were going on cruises instead of doing the food. And my nose is running.
You okay? Take your time. If y'all know, if y'all not aware, we good. Like,
cut the camera.
Tori, the body is under the weather today, so y'all gotta bear with her.
Because I'm about to start crying. I don't know why. you know.
What kind of cruise is that? You supposed to be happy about the cruise now.
Anyway, so now I'm back. So now I can look, But pretty much about the family thing is, some people have a sense of entitlement. I don't want to put anybody's names, but just because you have a specific role, title, grandmother, mother, father, dad, whatever, you're not entitled to my time
or respect.
Respect. I get it.
You're not entitled to my respect just because you're my grandma.
Anything because you have a family member's title, right? And that causes like some toxicity because they feel, hey, you know, I'm the parent, I'm the dad, you need to call me.
A resentment thing, yeah.
Well, the phone works both ways, and we're both people regardless of, being a part of the same family. So that's what I was talking about as far as being toxic in family relationships. And I've had some Thanksgivings where things did not go well in regards to like the family dynamic at the meal. I'm talking about like food on the floor type
I get
stuff.
it. Yeah. We play spades in my family.
And I know like, the spades are, somebody
so
owes
serious.
Uncle Benny owes somebody some money.
But y'all had family gatherings. I didn't grow up with family gatherings. I
had all of that. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I don't really know I can't really talk about the downs of my family. I honestly feel like it's a problem. Now I'm being honest to God. My granddad had 22 kids, bro. We had family gatherings. You feel me? We get together. We have softball games, family reunions. We have all that shit. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not this nigga y'all know when I'm with my family. I'm so much more fun. I don't know what it is. When I'm with my family, I take my friends. I'm being serious. I'll take my friends home with me. Like I got my partner named Mike back home. Shout out to Mike. So Mike came to one of my family things and was like, bro, he almost wanted to fucking cry because he was like, dawg, I ain't never seen this shit before. Like our game nights be lit. Like my family is so much fun. They so funny. We got professionals. We got bums. It don't matter. When we come together, everybody the same. And it's all loving that shit.
I like going to y'all shit when y'all, especially when I was single, because I could go as your homeboy
and boom,
and I could talk to everybody. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And they treat everybody like family. They come in the fucking door. Like
I'm talking about like
my cousins.
Yeah,
no, man,
and you ain't in competition with me because me and them your cousins. Like,
we not here.
I'm smashing my cousins. But like I honestly, we have problems like anybody else. We have people in the family, like you were saying, that get treated a lot better than others. You know what I mean? One of my cousins, his nigga was the only child. And I specifically remember this story. It was a Christmas, and they used to always, all the aunties and uncles would always get him a gift. And me and my brother, they wouldn't get us shit. You know what I'm saying? And my brother snapped one year. He was like, we the fucking trash of the family. I remember him saying that. And I clowned him about it to this year. No, but for him to be like 8 years old and feel like that, you know what I'm saying? That was fucked up. But the nigga said we was the trash of the family because they wouldn't give us CDs and gifts and shit. I was like, nigga, we set. We got each other. I had to tell him, like, nigga, you got a brother, he don't. Like, we gonna always be happy all year round. We'll need Christmas, nigga.
I got a cousin I hate. With like, and I don't hate men.
You the small cousin?
No, it's a female.
Oh shit.
She's really pretty.
Okay. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And so she's like an asshole, but she a bum. So it's like, how you gonna be an asshole, pretty, and a bum?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Them usually the ones.
And it's like,
she from Florida?
Yeah, we all from Florida.
Shout out, cuz.
And she be lying. Like somebody came out to me because like I'm originally like I'm born in West Palm Beach.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
You ain't a Duval. You ain't a Duval, nigga.
Yes, I am.
You ain't Duval, nigga.
You ain't Palm Beach County, nigga.
You ain't swag.
But nah, man, she used to always call me, be like, cuz she had started off with, cuz, man, you know, we gotta start reaching out to each other and da da da. I'm like, yeah, maybe we need to, you know. Yeah, can I borrow $20?
Facts.
And so I be like, look, man, you can't just be calling me when you need money. Shut up, bitch. That's why you ain't funny. Your mama's a crackhead. What?
Hang up.
Nah, cause you know I'm petty. So if you gonna talk about my mama and she can't hear defend herself, I'm gonna talk about your mama. It ain't my fault auntie alive. Cause I'm gonna talk about her.
You wanna say it in the camera?
Yeah, I'm gonna take, boy, you don't wanna know what I said, cause I said some dark shit. Cause I took it there and my auntie didn't fuck with me for like 2 years. Cause she said, why would you say such a thing? I like, it's not my fault you alive to hear it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Type shit.
She should never say nothing about my mama. I'm gonna talk about your mama.
Well, that being said, did y'all have anything happen over Thanksgiving that was toxic that y'all can think of?
No.
I had an experience. I want to get into it. I want to get into this experience. So, I'm not gonna use names, but basically, one of my best friends in the world, this nigga like my brother, man. He had a child by another one of our friends, which sometimes when you keep it in the vortex, it goes bad. So now they have a child together, and now we always got to hear both sides of this baby mama, baby daddy shit. He's married, he has a family and everything like that. And like I said, without using names, she was there, he wasn't. He's somewhere else at this point. But she was coming to us with their problems, and it's hard to pick sides, and I try not to. I try to be very, very, very non-biased in the situation. I feel like they need to just keep it about their child. But it was such a toxic conversation when we were having it, because she was just telling me how she feels like he got married and she doesn't know how he feels about the decision that he made on the choice of wife. You know what I mean? And then how I was like, dude, whatever he got going on, it got to be a boundary right there. Cut it off. Your relationship with Junior should be your relationship with Junior. His relationship with Junior is his relationship with Junior. So speaking of toxic love, let's talk about these kids. When you got a baby with somebody, stop comparing your relationship to one parent to another. You know what I'm saying? She was like, well, he don't talk to me the way he talk to him. He don't fucking supposed to. That's his daddy.
I'm only laughing because none of us got kids.
But my point is, I can get into this because I'm one of them niggas. Right. You know what I'm saying? The relationship I have with my children has nothing to do with how they gonna love you. That's all you gotta know. Leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Stop using these kids as fucking pawns.
And dogs.
That's the most toxic shit in the world if you're talking about toxic love. Leave them kids the fuck out of it. The way you feel about me and that's I feel about you gotta be right here.
I agree. But that is definitely not the case, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Women So not even just women and men. But when it comes to kids being involved, I just hear it and see it so much.
Yeah.
Like the toxicity of utilizing the children as pawns. Like, because you upset about whatever, we're not together, or you didn't get your way for a specific reason, or like you said, I'm treating my son a certain way or my daughter a certain way, but I don't treat you that way.
You're not gonna get your back cracked in your house with my baby in there.
Yes, she is.
She definitely is, but I don't know. I definitely feel like that is a big thing. I can't speak for anybody else's community, but I know in the African American community, that's huge. Like, people using their kids as...
I done had people try to use kids on me.
What
and you ain't got none.
What? Oh, they kids?
Yeah. Because, like, you get attached to a little
You get attached to kids, you do,
yeah. I had an ex, we was together for like 2 years, and like she had a jit. And like, I was doing everything.
Jit means child.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
It's a noun, really.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Person, place, and thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody could be a jit.
In this case, in this situation, jit means
It's a
child.
But
Gotta translate.
I would take this little nigga to school. You know what I'm saying? Picking him up, doing homework, going to Daddy Donut Day at the school and shit.
Damn.
I'm doing all the shit, paying for basketball till he got his ass. Like, the little boy Euro step. They're 7. He should be knowing how to do that.
He shouldn't be that good, right?
Yeah. And so I took him out there, put him in soccer.
That's good.
To this day, that nigga plays. To this day, this nigga plays soccer. But it's like, when it was like time for, like, it was hard to leave her alone because I had built a bond with the kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like, I remember it got to the point, I was like, you just gonna take my son from me? And she like,
You all sound like Jody.
and she like, is that?
I want to see my son. Nigga, this not your son. The
Oh
fuck?
my god. Hey,
She said, is that your son? I'm like,
Oh yeah.
what about I get my money back on spin on shorty?
I spent all my money on Saudi. Sorry, Jody. I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
Oh no.
All right, so look, I'm gonna play a game with y'all, man. We're gonna get into toxic relationships. All right, so the topic is different toxic relationships.
Uh-oh.
Y'all got 10 fingers, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through 14 of these shits. I want y'all to put a finger up.
Are
Pause.
we gonna put a finger down?
No pause. Put a finger up every time I name something or a relationship that you find familiar, okay?
Familiar or
If
toxic?
you've been in it before, if
Okay.
it sounds familiar, if it feels familiar to you, okay?
Okay.
So these are 14 different type of toxic relationships. 1, the controller.
Who?
2, the abusive relationship.
How's it get out of there?
3, the partnership with lack of trust. 4, the narcissistic gaslighting relationships. 5, passive aggressive relationships.
Hold on, okay, what if it's the same relationship?
Just keep the finger up. 6, partners with hair trigger tempers. 7, relationships with dependency issues. 8, relationships built on second chances. 9, skipping that one. That's too toxic. 10, chronic
Masturbation.
fuming. I don't know what that is.
That means arguing all the time.
feuding.
It says fuming.
Typo.
Typo.
Feuding.
What is P-H-U-B-B-I-N-G?
Where? Which one is that?
Number 10.
Fubbing.
Is it fubbing?
Yeah.
What
It
that
says,
mean?
I don't know.
I don't know
So
what
I'm unaware.
fubbing is.
We're gonna Google
We're going to
that.
get a therapist in this bitch when we do this
Somebody
again.
Google that.
Okay, this
Fubbing.
number 11 is the Jekyll and Hyde type relationship.
What's that?
That just means that
Oh,
one day
up and
it's
down.
cold, one day it's hot, one
Oh,
day it's
yeah.
cold. It's just
I've been in 9 of them
it's no
bitches.
balance to the relationship. 12 is crazy competitive relationships.
Oh, yeah, I've been
I've had
on
that in
that. That's kinda
parentingship,
fun.
which is crazy. Yeah, it could be. 13, the roller coaster relationship, which in my opinion is touching the Jekyll and Hyde. And 14, the double standard relationship. If you're listening at home right now, if any of those, count them out.
I got the definition of
You
fubbing.
found it?
What is it?
All right, so fubbing is the practice of ignoring one's companion or or companions in order to pay attention to one's phone or mobile device.
Got it. So
dang.
getting ignored chronically.
Yeah.
It says chronic fubbing.
In place of the
Specifically
phone.
of the phone.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
specific.
new. That's
start
new.
fubbing.
Or Xbox for some of you niggas. Xbox, PlayStation, and
I just started doing that. All right.
That must be
Marissa told you that?
That was for phone.
Hey, so
We got
I've never
different
been
so
definitions.
do we got any comments? Any comments we need to catch up on?
You're not gonna be able to see them. Don't worry about it.
So for the okay, no, we're not doing that. All right, so that being
That
said,
nigga click that in. Take over this podcast.
Tori, how many fingers did you have up?
Oh shit! I think I had 3.
Only 3.
Yeah,
that's really good. Do you remember the 3? When we go through them?
It was I should have probably put my finger up for the controlling one.
Okay.
And then a relationship built on second chances, and I think it was probably
You be out here forgiving niggas.
read the top 5.
The top 5 was controlling, abusive, partnership, lack of trust, the narcissistic, gaslighting relationship.
Gaslighting.
Okay, and passive aggressive relationship.
It was narcissistic.
Okay, so we're hearing this word narcissistic all over the place.
I'm annoyed with
all over the place.
Such a trendy word right now.
It's a real trendy word. Let's dip into the motherfucker. Let's find out what the hell really it is. Like, when you said you got to, Google the motherfucker.
When I put my finger up, I put it up based off of the trending definition of it. Obviously, narcissistic is like a diagnosis.
It's deeper than people trying to make it, but yeah.
The dude wasn't diagnosed with nothing. He was just the trending, make like everything is my fault kind of thing. When we know it was his fault, that kind of thing.
That's serious gaslighting. Yeah, for sure. Like I'm new to the gaslighting thing.
I gotta.
And now when I hear people talking to me a certain way, I'll be like, this motherfucker gaslighting. In my head, I'll be like, this motherfucker gaslighting me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I never do. I keep it to myself, but I know what it means now, and I know when somebody's trying to manipulate me, basically. You know what I'm saying? I could have put my finger up for about 11 of these motherfuckers. To be honest with
13.
You had 13 fingers. Hold on, whoa, we doing this? I ain't did this in my own. Can I do it?
You gonna say?
Tori stories, yeah. There we go. Boom. Tori stories. Let's get it.
But I want to tell a story with hopes that you guys can tell me whether or not I was gaslighted or what.
All right, do it. Do it.
It's a stupid one, but anyway. So, guy was talking to, I like to bake. If y'all didn't know, I like to bake a little something for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I made like cupcakes from scratch. So I wanted him to try them out, so he said, "Oh, can you meet me by my pool in my area complex, whatever?" I was like, "Sure." I'm bringing over the cupcakes. Cool. You can take them into the house. I'm already at the pool. I get to the house. I'm ringing the doorbell. I'm like, "Why would you go to the pool when I said I was bringing it? I'm not bringing them to the pool, right?" And he's like, "Oh, the garage is open." You know, and I went back to the garage. The garage is open. I put the cupcakes down, and I left out and went to the pool. When we were coming back, we walked toward the house. I was walking toward the garage. He was like, "No, let's take the front door." Okay, I take the front door. We go to the front door, and then we watch the TV, fall asleep, whatever. I leave the next morning, go to work. I get a message like, "You left my garage door open?" Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. You had that shit open when you was at the pool.
Yeah, that shit on though.
Am I tripping or what? Did y'all catch that?
It was weird.
Belly, you want to tap in on what you feel?
No, and then he's a grown man. We went to bed.
You don't want to know what I think.
We do.
The house being locked
We do.
up.
Every nigga supposed to check the doors.
Check the house. Come on now. You live.
I live on the 3rd floor and I check the doors.
But am I tripping? Like,
I don't
you
know.
made me think that I was like, the garage was open when I went. What, you want me to jump over the sensor?
Like Olympic, you know, little kids be doing that. I know. I used to do it good to hit my head.
I don't know if that's gaslighting or not. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, it's
I just feel like
minuscule.
It's problematic.
It's very much problematic, and he's an asshole. Like, the fuck. I wish somebody would text me that. Are you kidding me? Like, don't ever text my phone. Don't ever think you could text my phone and say that to me.
You left my garage door.
And then it wasn't even like, oh man, like I could see it.
If you said, baby, the garage door left open.
We left the garage open. I didn't even know, or whatever. Not you left my garage open. First of all, are you talking to your child?
You know what I would have said? I would have been like,
that's crazy
Tori,
to me.
how about we left the garage door
Right,
open?
because
it's not always what you say, but it's how you say it. Because even if you're upset about the garage door being open, you took part in that too. He has no accountability for himself.
I remember one time my fiance,
But that was
we
crazy.
were arguing about
Very
something,
much.
and she went like this.
You get a technical foul for that in basketball. Listen, in the NBA, that's a technical foul. If you do the referee like this, that's a free throw.
She said, I said,
whatever. Ooh,
Period.
Dismissed.
all the Ike Turner and me was
Oh no.
But do you feel like that's a sign of a toxic? Like, is that a sign?
It's not a toxic relationship, but everybody got a toxic trait.
Okay.
That's true.
And dismissing you think dismissing
someone when they're telling you something, like every woman want what? Honesty.
Yeah.
And then when I'm giving it to you, tell them because you don't like it. Because if we go up
Do you know your toxic trait?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you every last one of them.
Not every last one of them.
Yeah, I'll tell you every last one of them.
Working on it.
Pick one.
I do have a toxic trait. My toxic trait is I will leave at a moment's notice and you will never exist in my world anymore.
I noticed that, and today we dipping into that, and now when you started talking about your family,
That's crazy.
it all kind of made sense, because sometimes we'll say something to you and you'll take it real hard, and I'll be like, my nigga, it's not that, like, we not on you that hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And now it's starting to make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like
light bulbs,
right?
Both of y'all family dynamic.
We related.
No. Yeah, y'all family dynamic that y'all spoke on.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like certain family members act like y'all don't exist.
Y'all cut niggas
easy
off.
to cut people
My
off like
granddaddy,
Y'all like unfollow people and block people.
My granddaddy told. I remember one
very
time.
much like that.
I was
I know.
5 years old, bro, and my
Oh.
granddaddy. I heard that nigga tell somebody was
5
like,
years old. You
yeah,
remember
a
that
nigga. I swear to God, hold on, I'm gonna tell you. That nigga told some nigga that know my mama that I'm not his grandson.
Wow.
So years go by, nobody knew why I would never interact with my granddaddy. I would never say nothing to him. I come home on leave, right?
What
It's like it was like we had came home for a funeral, and I was cussing. I'm new in Marine Corps, you know. You learn a lot of new words and shit. So I come home cussing and shit, and and my cousin's like, "Hey, granddaddy in there." I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, that nigga ain't my granddaddy.
Keisha?
Granddaddy. Some years go by.
Yeah.
Last
You
year.
said that?
Hell yeah. Last year, my grandma like, why don't you talk to your granddaddy? And I told her what he said. She said, I'm gonna call you back.
She probably
And she checks that ass.
And I get a call, random ass Florida number. It's one, niggas don't understand. You know, old niggas don't understand time differences. They like, it's 7 o'clock here, the boy should be up.
Right.
You know, no, niggas, that's 4 o'clock here. They got there. Nigga call, look, if I said the shit, I'm sorry.
Bitch
I
ass
love
nigga.
you. I'm your granddaddy. You hear me?
Yeah.
Your mama, my oldest daughter,
Right.
had you. Like, nigga, I know.
But you know what I'm realizing? Like, when we talking about our older generation, they didn't come from a lot either. You know what I mean? So sometimes I had to come to the realization that they gonna love you the only way that they know what love is. You know what I'm saying? Love is very subjective, and I don't think we understand that. Love, there's no definition of love that makes sense to everybody.
You know what the problem is?
You know what I mean?
I always said my grandma had a issue with loving me properly because one, she never see it, and she wasn't around doing modern technology. I got to see people loved on TV properly. Like, nigga, I used to want my life to be like the motherfucking Family Matters. Nigga, I used to be like, damn, bro, they just be...
They fix shit.
And then I was like the only child that was like neglected. That's how I feel like I ended up becoming like very like characteristic, because I used to have my grandma used to be an alcoholic. So she used to like take me up to like the liquor store, and we'd be at the liquor store all day. And I remember just sitting there.
That's
like,
bonding, though.
Yeah, no, nigga, they drink.
It's a different kind of bonding, is all I'm saying, nigga.
They used to let me drink they chasers. Like if I got thirsty, I used to drink the little pineapple and the little
So you sucking the vodka out the motherfucker?
No, when I'm vodka.
fresh pineapple.
Yeah, they're like, I'm on some juice.
Liquor in that. You know that, right?
But that type of shit started to affect you, because now it's like when I be at home, Marissa be like, why you always like to be like to yourself? I don't know. I'm used to being by myself, entertaining myself. You know
that is something that I'm glad that you said you was talking to somebody about it, to be honest with you, because now a lot of shit is, like you said, light bulb. That shit really starting to make sense, bro.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying?
fucking with me, nigga.
No, I'm saying it's like, I had to realize at some point being understanding was a trait. To be an understanding person is something that's so rare in people nowadays.
A lot of people don't.
A lot of people just not understanding, you know what I'm saying, or sympathetic or empathetic to somebody else's situation. Like I said, you wasn't loved the way I was loved, so I can't be like, why this nigga don't get it? You feel me? That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? So to be understanding, like Bella was saying earlier, like, dog, like, Bella, I want to get into it. Matter of fact, I want you to tell me, what do you think is your toxic trait? Give me your reddest flag and your greenest flag. We need to start talking about green flags, by the way. I'm tired of people just always pointing out what's wrong with motherfuckers, because to me, that's my toxic trait. Don't pick me apart.
Look at Bella.
Don't meet me and then start talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But and start trying to find what's wrong with me and shit. Just pay attention to the good stuff. So Bella, I want you to give me. I want you to give me your reddest flag and give me a green flag of yours. Something people need to actually pay attention to. That's a good thing.
So I have a couple of red flags.
Let's talk about it.
I have a couple of toxic traits. I am definitely like Joey said. If I feel a way, that's it for you. Like, I will literally erase you from my memory. Like, who are you for real? So I know I am completely 100% a runner. I will run in the opposite direction. Runner,
she's a track star.
I will be out of there. At the first sign of like, I don't know. I feel like I didn't used to be like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like now it's gotten bad because I have a control issue. Is it
to protect yourself?
Absolutely.
And do you think something triggered that in your life to make you like that?
Yes.
And what was this situation? You wanna elaborate?
I mean, I can touch on it a little bit. So I have a control issue because I feel like I need things to go the way that I need them to go. And you can't control other people.
Facts.
So if you do something that I don't like I'm very vocal about stuff that I like and I don't like. If you do something I don't like, I'm going to exit. And you don't have to deal with me, talk to me, speak to me, nothing. And that's just how I am. So it came me being a runner though came from loss in my life.
Yeah, I get that.
That's where it stemmed from.
Yeah.
Me losing people, like death wise, has caused me to be the way that I am. So now it's like I have this need for control. I need to be able to at least control the situation. I can at least control a little bit of I can control my emotions to the most part, but you can't really control other people.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? And so you can't control if they leave. You can't control whatever. And so because of that, that's why I am the way that I am. And I am working on it, like you said. You know, it's not a great trait, but because it's not the best trait, but it's something that I am working on. Something that I can say is a green flag, though. Something that's a good trait about me. I have a lot of great qualities.
There we go. Swing it.
No, I'm just like
Puerto Rican.
But I feel like it's a double-edged sword. I'm very, very, very like caring. Like I'm one of those people that I'll give you the shirt off my back. I'll give you my last, even sometimes to my own detriment. That's why I said it can be a double-edged sword, and because it can come back to bite me. But that's something I know about myself, that I genuinely care about people. If I get to know you and I'm around you, if I do anything, it's genuine. I genuinely want to see you win. I genuinely want to see you make sure you straight. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am.
Yeah.
But that one sign of you trying to fuck me over,
I think that's one thing that I notice about people that are like that. They, like you said, they get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Because they learn to be, through life and experience, they learn to be more choosy about who they get at too. So they cut people off. My problem is I'm very forgiving. I'm the opposite. Like you can fuck me over and then you can come to me later and explain yourself and I'll hear you out. And again, I understand that being understanding is not something that everybody got. So now I had to see that about myself and be like, that's my greenest fucking flag. The fact that I can forgive you, the fact that I can understand where you was coming from and that you wasn't in the right place at that time. Like I can do that now. But and I know a lot of people can't.
I feel like being understanding can be a double-edged sword too, because sometimes you could be too understanding. Like, no, I don't understand. You went over my boundaries.
That's when wisdom comes in. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
If you have wisdom, 100%. You can understand how to protect yourself and keep a motherfucker at arm's length. You don't have to chop somebody's head off to keep him at arm's length. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can keep you in my life just enough. Just enough not to hurt me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit. Like, I can keep people around just enough.
That shit tough, bro, because, like, you know, one of the reasons that made me, like, go to therapy was because, like, I want to have a family of my own, and I want to be able to like love my child properly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and not be like, oh, because I never experienced it. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a lot of shit that I had to work for, and I started to realize like shit was wrong with me when I met Marissa, because her family dynamic is like. Yeah, like they got problems like any other family, but they have a dynamic. They have gatherings and shit. So I'm going to these shits, and I'm like,
These motherfuckers kicking it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know nothing of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then sometimes I'd be sad because I'll be saying something, they be like, you never, no, I never had none of those things ever day in my life.
That's insane. That's what I be saying. My partners be like that. And it be shocking to me, like me and my son, like my son grown as fuck. And we be like, I love you, man, love you too. Like we say that every time we leave each other. And like his friends around at school, no matter, we always be like, I love you too. And people be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I be like, that's uncommon to y'all.
Your son said that shit to me when he was in school.
I love you, yeah.
He said, love you,
love you, bro.
I said,
love you, we have
man, love you too, nephew. Yeah, I'm like, he don't know what he did, but I said.
But you get my point though.
Too,
the fact that I raised my son in love, you know what I mean? He gonna always have that. I was raised in love, so I'm always gonna have it. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny about what you're saying right here. My mom, God rest her soul, my mom passed away when I was 12 years old.
I remember, yeah.
My mom used to tell me she loved me every time she walked out. I could walk in a room, walk out. She gonna say, I love you, I love you. And that effect, because I never felt love like that from somebody until I met Marissa.
That's deep.
Because I remember I used to talk real corny, but then I started to think it's the first time I've been with somebody like, no nigga, I fuck with you. I remember I woke up in the middle of the night, let her know I'm gonna go to work, and I'm thinking like, this motherfucker gonna turn around pissed the fuck off that I just woke up because she was tired. I think I tapped Marissa. I said, hey, I'm about to go to work. She turned around over, full smile. She said, okay.
Early in the morning.
I'm like, why are you smiling in your sleep? Because you're here. I'm like,
listen, that's what's weird. Look, let me tell you a toxic trait. A toxic trait is actually not being able to accept love.
And that's tough too.
That shit is terrible for somebody who actually a loving person. Like, that's torture for them. You know
I was waiting for her to fuck up. I ain't even gonna cap.
That's hard as fuck to deal with somebody like that, bro. So the fact that, and it takes love to stay, to be understanding, and to be patient. That's what love is. You know what I'm saying? Before I get to Tori, let me get that comment. It was a comment up there. Tori, I want to get to you about your green flag, red flag thing.
Don't get to me.
I'm coming straight to you, G. It was a comment up there. I seen something. Can you scroll down for me, big dog?
He trying to get his festivities on.
Trying to get his love on. It said, wow, I relate to that so much. Somebody said they relate to that so much. I think they must have been talking about Bella or Joy. I never put that together till...
I'm on the docket.
Yes, Tori. So check it out. I want to come at you about this love thing. Like, I want to talk to you about your red flag, your reddest flag, and your greenest flag. I want to know your green flags too.
My reddest flag.
Yeah.
I had a lot of time to think about it. I didn't think of nothing because
you don't got no red flags.
No, I can tell you her red flag.
I would say, hold on, let me think about it real quick.
Yeah.
My red flag.
You need more time?
You can tell me, y'all can tell me my red flag.
I got you.
Go ahead.
You don't want to do it?
I'm good.
I ain't get to tell you my green flag.
Oh, what's your?
Tell me your Joey. Give me your green flag.
My green flag is I could if you my partner, your deepest fantasies, like for and I ain't talking about sexual.
Yeah.
Whatever, like I really want my fiance to have a fairy tale love story.
I get it. So
I try to give it to her. Like even if it's the most quirkiest, corniest shit, I'm gonna do the corny shit if she like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm gonna tell you something I did for a bitch a long time ago.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Okay.
But I really fucked with shorty till she fucked it up. It's gonna tie in to her traumas too, and not being able to accept it. Mm-hmm. We had been my best friend. She had became a Delta, right? So I was fucking her dean. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? We had been talking for a while. So we had our first date, and she had brought out a line, and they were called 28 Reasons, and she was on 13 levels. So I bought 28 roses, and then hand typed 13 reasons why I liked it, and then had my best friend pass them out to random people in the park because we did a picnic in South Florida and all this other shit.
You was trying to propose her?
No, I just because she had told me she had never received flowers before. So like we was already out. I was on some trying to be different type shit. So I like we gonna go to a picnic. I'll do picnics before niggas start doing picnics for real.
So you was a picnicker?
Yeah, I was a picnic. Cause I realized.
No, we not doing that. We not doing that.
We're not going there.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I realized at a young age, because I ain't have all this sex appeal right now, so like I had to come up with different ways to get these bitches.
Sir, please.
Okay. So I'm writing
Yeah.
people come get the flowers, right? They bring her to her. She like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Nobody never did none of this, crying, all this other shit.
Yeah.
Make a long story short, she asked me to come to her crib. I come to her crib. This is my first time being in her crib. And then she just started going off. After a while.
Arguing?
Yeah, she was just like, no, all you niggas the same. You just start going off. And right then it made me say, whoop.
Right.
I can't.
What she was trying to say was,
She was trying to say that like, cause
you was just trying to get to the house.
yeah, and when you invited me, I was just trying to give you some flowers because I knew you had never gotten them.
That's a toxic trait people don't realize until it's too late, that they don't know how to accept love properly. And you can't love somebody properly unless you learn how to accept it. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to receive it the way you want to be given to it. You was talking earlier about like cutting people off and shit like that, and I was talking about being understanding, and what I realized is that's because at some point I have healed from something that somebody else hasn't. Hurt people, but it's a crazy thing to see two healed people together. That's when you see happy motherfuckers. That's when you see, it's so beautiful to see two people who can forgive each other, two people who can work through shit, two people who can communicate and actually trust each other. You know what I'm saying? Again, two people who actually like each other.
Tom, me and Marissa.
It gotta be that. If what I'm saying sounds like that to you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why you're in the right shit. That's how you know you're in the right shit. So with that being said, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Dream Radio. Wait, let me give a shout out to Dream Radio 619, man. If y'all ain't got the app, please go get it. It's free, commercial free music, and it's your boy Joey on there, man.
Delivering real entertainment and music.
Your boy Ball on there, man. From
Delivering real entertainment and music.
Delivering real entertainment music. What's up? Oh yeah, shout out to Red Cup Gang, Terrell, if you out there, baby. You know what I'm saying? We still got your back, baby. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit on. You know what I'm saying? Red Cup Gang, man. If y'all want to go down to Mission Valley Mall, they located right in the middle. You can't miss them.
I gotta get some more colors.
So this is what I want to do. Shout out to Gigi. Wherever you at right now watching, and let me say this right now, we're gonna get into the signs of toxic relationships. All right, so this is what I want to do. I'm gonna give you guys some signs that you're in a toxic relationship.
Cancer.
So if you're in one right now, and I name some of this shit, you might want to work on it before it's too late. So I'm gonna name 6 things. I'm gonna name about 7 things. I'm not gonna go too deep into this. I'm gonna name the things that make sense. Tori, you still with me?
Yeah,
okay.
But hold on, who you talking to? The audience? Because I'm not in a relationship.
Okay, but I'm talking in general.
You might fuck up somebody's chances.
Like,
Here we go.
what's going on?
Signs that you guys might be, even if you're in the dating phase, whatever it might be. Okay.
Somebody getting rocks off, so that could be toxic.
Here we go. So signs you're in a toxic relationship. Okay, first one. I want to get into this one. Fear of confrontation.
That's toxic.
That's very toxic. That's when you just in them situations to where like there's a problem and you just let it resonate. Like you don't say anything immediately. You don't know how to express it. Some people don't know how to
the most
express
dangerous people. That's where crimes of passion come from.
Them y'all niggas, because y'all would just leave, huh?
But you never came back to me with my red flag. But that was
I was ready for you.
That was gonna be.
You passed on it.
You passive aggressive.
Jesus Christ! What you want me to do?
I'm not passive aggressive.
Not passive aggressive. You don't like conversation.
So
you want to get into these or you want to do yours?
You just said one of them.
Okay, so fear of confrontation.
Not necessarily confrontation, but in my younger years I have a short temper.
Oh yeah.
And I've been to therapy, and then I left the session like
it
ain't my fault. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because the lady, you know how therapy goes. If y'all ever been, eventually you're gonna go in and you're gonna tell everything that you don't like or whatever, right? And then they're gonna say, "Oh, you're in control." At that point, I was like, "Nah, fuck that. Everybody's fucked up," and I stopped going.
See, but that's a toxic trait.
Anyway, I'm saying this is my toxic trait. I created something differently because I felt like anger is like energy. It's never created or destroyed, just passed on to the next people. People, right? Transfer, right? So I just started annoying people and they get angry, and now I'm not angry, right? So I do what I do because I don't want to be angry anymore. But so now I just suppress it. The conversations that I need to have with certain individuals, I don't have them because I know that on the other side of that conversation, is something that I don't want to be no
the
more.
End, or it's probably going to end up bad.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
it's gonna be bad. So I just don't. I don't. You know what Bruce Banner say? I'm always angry.
No, when you
I'm always angry.
You know what I was gonna say?
He could be the Hulk.
Yes.
Like, just knowing you over the years, I can say that though. Like you let stuff get to you all the time.
I'm always angry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why do you think you let stuff get to you so much?
I'm always happy.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
Don't do that.
I am.
Man, I'm always happy
It's very
too.
true.
Except when I'm sad.
If you had, honestly, I feel like people who know me, if you haven't been with me, worked with me in a like working atmosphere, like this is a job to me. Because I operate in that way. Yeah. If you know me outside of working, you would think that I'm always happy. Yeah. But honestly, I'm mad all the fucking time. Everything irritates me.
I would never mistake you for being always happy.
Yeah, because you work with me here.
Shout out to producer Black. Black got that same thing where y'all kind of perfectionists. Y'all really want stuff to happen a certain way at a certain time. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand that's a level of control. Like Bella was saying earlier, you can't control what everybody else
Black
do.
Definitely a control,
you know what I'm saying?
freak.
Like to be in control sometimes is just to feel safe in what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like it ain't necessarily you trying to be the boss. You just feel like that's the safest way to do it.
Black
you know
had to be black because if he would have had slaves, he would have been out there picking cotton. Cause y'all niggas ain't picking cotton. Y'all niggas want to go to sleep. I gotta be out here picking.
Right. Chicken George come back with.
Man, I'm out there picking cotton 10 o'clock at night because we need quotas.
So sign number one is being fear of confrontation. Don't be afraid if you're out there and you're listening. Don't be afraid to actually come at your partner, your other significant other, whatever. Don't be afraid to tell them that there's a problem.
Sometimes you gotta tell your old lady that too. Cause sometimes they be letting their friends run all over them and shit because they be motherfucking friends.
They don't want to say nothing to them.
And I'm gonna tell you now, I'm like, look, baby, don't let them disrespect you. But that's my home. Because obviously she feels something totally different about you.
That fear of confrontation really comes down to fear of losing somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
and if you afraid of losing somebody, that's somebody you shouldn't have in your life any goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? If you think they just gonna leave every time some shit get hard, like leave them motherfuckers alone. Leave them alone. Anyway. Let's get into this next one. So the next one is dishonesty. That's kind of self-explanatory. Stop lying. You know what I'm saying?
And some niggas just be lying for no motherfucking reason. I guess some homeboys, they just lie to their wife premeditated. Like, yeah, hey, y'all boy trying to pop out tonight? Yeah, I'm gonna tell her I'm with you. Why? Like, just tell her.
Right, just tell her what we're doing.
Why you lying? Like, I just told you I wasn't going.
Can I tell you what lying comes from? What? Same thing I just said. Fear. Lying is fucking fear.
It is.
If you lie to me, you scared of me. You lie to your parents.
Not even scared of the person though. Sometimes you're scared of the consequences.
Yeah.
Like, scared of the aftermath. Like that's why you lie because you
that
don't.
That sound like an album.
That's
scared of the aftermath.
Scared of the aftermath.
You scared of the roaches.
We're gonna take the photo afterwards.
Right.
Big facts. Hey, but real talk, dishonesty comes from, like she said, fear. It comes from fear of consequence, fear of losing people. You know what I'm saying? Again, you know what I mean? So like,
I look like somebody.
People lie to their boss because they scared to lose their fucking job. You know what I'm saying? People lie to their parents because they scared that their parents gonna be disappointed in them, and they don't even know that. That's actually an accepted thing.
I used to be scared I would go get a whooping.
That could be that, or your significant other. You lie to the girl you love. That's what that was always a question. Remember that question was going around, like, do you lie to your girl or your side chick? Like, who do you lie to? You know what I'm saying?
It depends on the person, though.
But a lot of people were saying I lie to my girl. Like, I will tell the side chick the truth because if I lose her, so the fuck what? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose my real girl.
I was one of them
so
niggas.
I lie to my girl.
When I was one of them niggas, I definitely used to lie. I lied to my girl that before I lied.
Lie to a side chick because who are you?
Because
you
she
know what I'm saying?
already know.
Yeah.
So got something going.
Dishonesty is definitely a sign of a toxic relationship. Okay, patterns of disrespect.
Yeah.
Anybody deal with this?
I don't deal with it currently.
Anybody have dealt with this?
Yeah, I have dealt with it because it got to a point. My ex, like I used to be like, I used to be at a point. Used to be one of them. Damn, babe. Like, look, babe. One of them type of niggas. And man, one time being that for like a year and a half. And I got mad one day. I'm like, man, you got me fucked up in here, da da da. She said, oh, you think you tough in here. It was so much disrespect in that, oh, you think you tough. In my eyes, I knew she thought I was a bitch.
She said it.
Shout out to Melvin Hayes. Melvin Hayes said, not all love languages are the same. With that being said, that also breaks down to...
Like, we trying to read the comment, dude.
He cut the comment right off on me. He said it also breaks down as they receive love, like we was talking about receiving love earlier, and how they express love. So while a person may seem like they're not open to receiving a certain type of love, the love they're getting may be the wrong type of love, which makes a lot of sense. He also goes on to say that I feel like it's a better practice to just accept your differences and move in peace in a situation where there is romantic/love language miscommunications. Jason Bruce, shout out to Jason, man.
Can that come in along?
Some people are pathological. They just got that line in them. That's very true. Sometimes people don't lie out of fear. They lie out. But you know what I say to that, Jason? Some people actually lie out of fear that people won't see them the way that they want to be perceived. That's why people are pathological liars.
That's why they
just make lies. For real. They just volunteer fucking lies.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Real shit. They just volunteer lies because they're afraid of the perception that people won't believe that they're as awesome as they try to pretend to be.
Niggas Jordan Navy, you come to San Diego, be a totally different nigga. Now you gangbang. When you start gangbanging,
Gangbanging. All right, here we go. Fourth one. We on the next one. Lack of support. Yeah. Lack of support. Has anyone dealt with this? If you're dealing with this, you understand it's a toxic trait.
Not now.
Well,
lack of support. Tori?
I want to switch it from, I know we keep driving it to relationships.
We're talking about love in general.
Friendships have sometimes fallen off due to lack of support. You got, people trying to do things, right? And they express to you, hey, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. And then sometimes the lack of support comes after you express, hey, I'm doing this. For me, my friends know me as doing a lot of shit. Tori can do probably anything you want me to do. I can paint, I play the violin, I fucking work out. Anything they want to do with their stuff, they're gonna hit me up because I know how to fucking do it. I know something about it, and we can rise together. But sometimes I feel like they don't support. But also I think about it as like the boy who cried wolf. Yeah. Like, damn, bitch, what you doing now? Like, hey, I opened up a website. She gonna stop doing that in 2 minutes because I think that's something else I got going, ADD or something, whatever. But sometimes they don't support because you always doing something, but that ruins friendships too.
I lost a lot of friends.
I think lack of support can actually come into lack of communication as well, because like you said, even in the lack of support in a relationship or a friendship, sometimes people won't support what you're doing and you'll take it personal. You can't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about in general. You can't take it personal when people don't support your ventures. Because I feel like this: if you sell candles and your candles stink, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
instead of me I might have a lack of, which is toxic. I might have a lack of confrontation. I don't want to tell you that I don't support you. I ain't never bought a candle from you because the motherfucker stink. I might not want to say that. I might want to spare you that and don't want to knock your hustle, because sometimes people can put stuff on you and it'll actually diminish you from trying to do what you got to do. You might be able to find another way to give advice.
I'm gonna tell you the truth,
but if you tell somebody the truth, you might kill their dream.
I'm gonna buy one. It just stink, bro.
No. Like,
so you just
when we talk about support, when we talk about support in entrepreneurship or whatever the hell you got going on, buying something is not a requirement. Support is
it could be anything
in multiple forms. Like, hey, I'm having a rough day today, whatever, about my business or whatever. I call you, you change the subject. Like, hold up. This ain't the support that I'm looking for, right? If you don't buy the shit, it's a market out there, somebody buying it, I'm telling you about it, share it. You share celebrity shit, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. When it might not be personal because they might not be in the market for wigs and they selling wigs, and I can't buy one, but it's about how they do for everybody else. Because like you said about the family dynamic, the relationship, like, hey, how you all up on this cousin and not me? I'm going to take that personal because the opportunity to be that way for all things is available. People pick and choose what they do with their time. And that includes support. So
if you say you fuck with me, come in my shit. But as an entertainer, I'm used to niggas be like, oh, when the next show?
And not coming.
And then don't even inquire.
Niggas been when the next showing me for 12 years, bro. I'm like, bro.
Until you big as a motherfucker.
Yeah, the bigger you get, then niggas start like want to take credit for shit.
But again, like I was asking earlier, you gotta prepare now. You know what I'm saying? Prepare yourself now for what's coming next.
You gonna be my friends too? Y'all gonna be my friends?
Yeah, we outside with you, G.
Cause you gotta run my business. I need all that you do. for me.
You need some shirts.
I'm like,
I can
if
tell you
Tori
this.
said it, it's going.
You shouldn't feel like you was talking about with family too, right? Remember earlier you was like, just because I have a title to you, you should feel obligated to my time, right?
Yeah.
As a friend, nobody should have to feel obligated to their time or their money just because it's you that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's just a thing.
So,
like she was saying.
Secondary communication. If you can't do it, just let me know.
That's fine.
I ain't gonna
Tell
hold
me,
you.
Talk to me. Yeah.
Don't be gassing me up like,
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna be there, but I got you, girl. I'm about to put
I invited some people to come to see your movie tomorrow, right? And they hit me up and was like, I had prior engagements, I ain't telling you names and shit, but I hit some people up and they know you. And the motherfuckers like, I ain't gonna be able to make it, man.
Okay.
In my mind.
Nah, what's their name?
In my mind, don't forget.
In my mind, if a motherfucker can't make it, they can't make it. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop though. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I be saying. Don't let the fact that you don't see support from the people that you love and respect, don't let that stop you from doing nothing that you're doing. Fuck them people.
Fuck them people.
With all due respect. You know what I'm saying? They might do some shit. You might support them. Don't keep score. Because real friends actually don't keep score.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just do the shit that's on your heart to do. If it ain't that, ain't that.
Because I really didn't like karaoke until I met you, ball.
Man, look, that's something that we that's
I had been karaoke before, but I never enjoyed it. I like, this nigga got me out here karaoke.
Hey, because one of the next
Thursdays.
Because one of the next signs is miscommunication. Signs of a toxic relationship. Like you talking about, we ain't even talking. So y'all know we're not talking about just like sexual relationships. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about all relationships.
So homeboys be having toxic relationships too.
Miscommunications.
They don't even be realizing it.
Miscommunication.
Because a nigga be hating on you about some shit.
Yeah.
And you ain't even did nothing. Like, you know how hard it is being a funny nigga, bro. You know how it is. Every group of friends, male friends, always fall due to females. No fault of y'all own.
Mm-hmm.
That shit ain't. Y'all probably won't even know we fucking felt like, you wonder why he don't hang around.
He don't even tell you. Yeah, nigga never tell you.
But I remember I had a situation. I had some homeboys, and it's hard being a funny nigga when it's a group of women. You go going to a party, you the funny nigga, you getting their attention, niggas start hating on you.
You said the word.
I could be the ugliest nigga in the party, but if I'm the funny nigga.
But you said the word, you're taking the attention.
Then who fault is that?
Exactly.
Niggas better get some nuts. You know what I'm saying? Man, niggas was really falling out with me. Oh no, nigga, you think you all that? I have been the funny nigga my whole life. I don't know nothing else. If I come in this bitch and sit down, I'm gonna draw even more attention. So it's just who I am, and like I realize I gotta have group of male friends that understand their own roles. Cause every nigga can't be the same nigga. Right. Some niggas, some nights the funny nigga winning, some nights the singing nigga winning, some nights the nigga that like to beat niggas up is winning. Like these type of niggas have their individual night, but if you don't understand the type of nigga you is, you won't fall into that role of now you hating on this nigga about something he don't know nothing about. He don't even know it's a problem. It's been plenty of situations where like I'm dapping niggas up and then I find out these niggas don't even like me. I'm like,
that happens a lot.
Like, damn, bro, I fuck with you.
So a sign of toxic relationships, jealousy. There we go. So those are the last three: is jealousy and actually resentment. I wanted to get to Bella about one of these: jealousy, resentment, and miscommunication. Do you experience these? Have you experienced these? Or is it something that you can relate to in your friendships, family dynamic, and or sexual relationships? Resentment, miscommunication.
I can definitely say jealousy and miscommunication. Not too much resentment. Not too much of that. I can say jealousy and miscommunication. Definitely miscommunication. Yeah. I honestly, I don't know. I don't be looking at people and be like, you jealous. Like,
right. I never say that either. Me.
Yeah, I just feel like that's like, I don't know.
The identification of people being jealous usually comes from like somebody who's watching the situation.
And somebody see it, somebody outside see it. Yeah.
Like,
I never think that about
I've never been in a relationship, whether that be a platonic relationship, we were friends, or an intimate relationship, and been like, oh, you must be jealous
of me. Right.
Like,
I never think that.
I don't know. I think that's weird to say.
I ain't never been jealous.
It's arrogant.
I've been envious of a certain thing. Like I tell my fiance, like sometimes I envy that you, like not that you, but you like your family dynamic, because I would never experience that with my family genuinely.
That's not. I don't think that's jealousy.
Jealousy is like hate a little bit. It's like you hate on them a little bit because of a specific thing. Like So this is an example.
Okay.
So I had a friend. She was jealous of her boyfriend. They had some jealousy going on in their relationship because he was like charismatic. He was very much like a type of guy that
people want to talk to.
People, he was an attention grabber. Because he come in, you know, he was an attractive guy, but he also like very confident, right? He walk in, hey, how everybody doing? What's up? Like crack jokes. He just was a likable guy, you know. And so and she was like, you know,
sit your Philly Bob ass down, nigga.
Right. And so she was like, you know, the wallflower, and he's not. You know what I'm saying? And so she was. It caused a lot of jealousy within their relationship, and they had to actually go to therapy in order to get that out. That she was like jealous of the fact that when they go around people, or he always has the friend groups, or you know, and she doesn't.
Again, that falls into the arena.
But I think that's weird to be jealous.
It's very weird. It's almost like a competition, and it's not a competition.
My granddaddy was jealous of me.
That's deep.
They were fiancés. They were
fiancés.
No, they weren't married.
So they were trying to get past
what I find to be interesting about these actual signs of toxic relationships, I find it interesting that a lot of them intertwine.
False.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of them actually touch each other. So as far as like
false. I'm so sorry. Accusations.
So as far as like dishonesty and jealousy, those are two different signs, but they actually tie into each other. You know what I'm saying? Like when you are completely honest with somebody and somebody actually trusts you, this distrust thing, right? If somebody actually trusts you, it's going to be really hard to be jealous of what's around that. You know what I'm saying? Now, to be jealous of, like she said, the action of a person, that's something completely different. That's just some shit that you need to work on. And that comes down to what I was talking about earlier. When somebody healed meets somebody that's not healed, that's the bump you're going to always have. Because he sounded like he was just doing just fine with or without her. But she was dealing with some internal shit, you know what I'm saying, that made her dislike this nigga. Just for people liking them. There's people that don't like you because people like you.
Yeah.
Y'all know that?
Facts.
Do y'all understand that?
Just
and that's a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
People won't like you because of how other people feel about you.
You know, my ex used to do
explain
shit
on
like that, bro. But it also ties along with codependency as well. And it's like, I remember, and she used to tie everything. Like, I may not know this person from a can of paint, but me and her, like, say I see Bella, she be like, oh, I'm a Cancer too. Y'all fucking.
Boom, right.
Oh, dear God.
I just met the lady. She just so happened to be a fucking Cancer.
And you was too happy about that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it used to get to a point where I remember we had went out, spent a whole bunch of time together, and I said I was going to go watch a fight with my friends. She lost her shit. Lost her shit. I'm going to jump off the building and
Oh, wow.
I'm like, yeah, I did really, and it was like, no, I'm not going. Huh?
Do we know?
Yeah, you know her. And,
hella funny.
and I'm like, yo, like it was getting to the point where it was like, I'm not gonna leave my shorty out here at the trip, so I'm not gonna go. And it started getting to the point where it's like, I'm like,
go nowhere.
Yeah, I gotta dumb myself down when I'm at. But you could tell that, nigga, you was there. Y'all both there.
I was there.
Y'all niggas was there. My whole attitude fucking changed, bro. It's like I can't be myself, and I wasn't even doing nothing wrong. I'm just out with two friends.
That's a sign.
Actually,
At the time, when I was with y'all, what was I doing?
Oh, you did something wrong? You did. Oh,
that night you was actually just, I don't know.
Everybody was cheating on that girl.
I know you was chilling. I know you was chilling.
That, first of all, that whole relationship was toxic.
Yeah.
So
from the beginning to the middle to
all the traits, you and
all the
her.
traits.
I know, right?
You both were
all seven of them
toxic.
motherfuckers.
I know.
So,
If you checking off every list, nigga, get out.
I knew I was toxic because I was waiting to break up with her after my birthday to get presents. And I know that's toxic because I'm gonna leave here with something.
You know what I love about I'm from around the way. Okay, all right.
I'm gonna leave here with something.
I'm from around. I'm okay. All right. Now I love the dynamic between you and your fiance now, because what I can honestly say from the outside looking in is that you didn't need to be on your own to heal. You actually allowed somebody to come in and help you do so. Producer Black, what we got? People on the outside looking in. Exactly.
Hold on.
Hey, let's get into some questions. Drop me some questions, big dog.
He was
Anyone,
talking
randomly.
about, from the outside looking in. He wanted to. You see? Can you read that?
I see the question. Yes, from the outside looking in. He finna post it for me. Okay, from the outside looking in. Do you think Christian and Blueface. Krishan, is that her name? Rock.
Her name is Krishan.
Okay, so let me
say Christian.
I'm gonna speak on this. Who want it next? Cause I'm finna go the fuck off for a second. Okay, so watching that from the outside looking in as an older nigga, I can tell you this. I think it's a telltale sign watching the support that they get from the outside world.
Absolutely.
Like, I think it's a telltale sign that the times are changing and not for the better. The fact that y'all think that's what love look like, again, when I say earlier,
think that.
Love can be subjective. And to somebody, believe it or not, they think that's what love really is. Because again, that's all they know. That's why you see some people get in abusive relationships and then they'll get into another one. And then they'll get into another. You're like, how you meeting all these niggas that's handsy? You know what I'm saying? It's because for some reason, they think that's what fucking love looks like. As sad as it sounds, I'm just keeping it a beam.
It's hot.
It's hot. The mic is hot. Make it hotter. Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth though. That's why you see people getting into these abusive relationships, whether they be verbal, whether they be physical, whatever it is. If you see somebody doing that shit, it's because in their mind, that's what their definition of love actually looks like. Sadly, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
I was just having this, honestly. So the Krishan and Blueface thing, honestly, I feel like it's sick and it's sad, and they both need to let each other go because he don't look happy and she don't ever look happy. To be honest with you, anytime you see interviews, they always like bickering, and it just seems very immature and toxic.
They look like two hostages.
Yeah, like they always beat up.
Yeah,
or they just never look good. They don't look good together. They look unhealthy.
Yeah, unhealthy.
It looks unhealthy, and it really does. It gives how the kids saying it. It's giving. It just that's what it's giving.
Don't you think about it?
But they popular. They're popular, and I can do that. I'm asking enough to do that. Nah, I'm just saying, like on some real shit, like the fact that they popular. That's the only reason we even talking about them specifically. There's so many relationships like theirs.
Absolutely.
That ain't being magnified. You know what I'm saying?
Because in their age group, in society nowadays, I was just having this conversation with a girlfriend of mine that so many people in relationships now, if there's not a little bit of toxicity going on in it, then it's not... I don't want it. It's not exciting. If there's not some type of toxic trait, if you not talking to me crazy, or if I ain't catch you talking to somebody else, or not even just if you don't love me, it's just you're boring.
They want that boring hip hop.
I just heard one of them new chicks say that Jada or whatever. She was like, I only fuck with street niggas. You gotta like carry a gun. Da, da, da. She was saying that on the interview literally today. Shout out to Jason. Jason said, how much of that do y'all think is actually toxicity, and how much do y'all think is just for attention? I think it's real. I think it's extremely real. I think that what they go through, they live their life on IG Live, and we just get to see it. I think it's very real. I don't think it's all for attention. I don't.
I feel like to a certain degree, I feel like Blueface knows he's cornering the market, honestly. I do feel like to a certain extent that it is real. I do feel like it's kind of like, you know, they can't kind of get enough of each other. It's like, who else is going to give me this rush? Because you do get a little bit of a rush. Boring, right? Sometimes, seriously, people think it's boring. Just if you guys have healthy communication and we don't put our hands on each other and we actually, you know, listen to one another. Nigga. No, dead ass.
No cap.
People think that's boring.
No cap. I have been the boring nigga. Like chicks will stop fucking with me.
Supposed to be the boring nigga.
They'll stop fucking with me because they'll be like, yeah, nah, this shit it's too easy. You know what I'm saying? This don't feel right. I'm skeptic, and they out.
It's tough, man. I had that was a Golden Glove box out this bitch. Like she will lay hands on you. Like she don't lay hands on every nigga she have been with, and I don't know why I thought I'd be fucking different. And she used to hit me in my shit, and we used to be in that bitch.
Look up a trait. Hold on, let me look at my trait.
We used to be in that bitch. When I say fight, I remember one time I'm playing a game. Playing a game with the homies. We all in a group chat little thing. It was some $3-4 cookies. Walmart used to put their little cookies from the bakery inside a little package.
Oh Lord,
$3-4.
Yeah.
I eat them bitch because she ain't pay no bills. This is before I believed in 50-50. This made me believe, I'm sorry, Marissa, she fucked it up for you, because I'll pay all the bills. So I like, all you got to do if you live in my house is buy food, cook food. That's all I need you to do, because you'll be saving me so much money by cooking food and buying it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I came home, I wasn't going to trip. I was just going to eat the cookies till she got home, because that's normal what she do. Come home, then cook. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm playing a game. Yeah, niggas, da. Who the fuck ate my cookies? All right, y'all boys. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Cause I know what type of time she gonna be on. Cause only 2 people live in this motherfucking house, and you ain't eat them. So she came in the room. She like, did you eat my cookies? I'll buy you some more. It hit me in my shit. We is tumbling in this bitch now at this point. Cause now she trying to hit me with a pole lamp.
Let me ask you a question.
Not the pole lamp.
What do you honestly feel? Cause I'm looking at these signs and I'm on a news sheet now and it says constant negative energy, continuous disrespect is back on there again, and excessive jealousy and stuff like that. I'm thinking in my mind, what made you stay after the first? Cause a motherfucker got hit me one time. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
honest,
You hit me one time. You ain't got to worry about fucking hearing from me again. I ain't even trying to be funny.
A couple things made me
Don't put
stay.
your fucking hands on me.
Okay,
Boy, the pussy might have been alright.
What made me?
Fuck that pussy. There's another one out there. Don't put your hands on me.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay, I'm sorry. I just got mad.
Yeah.
I just got mad as hell.
Can I do what I
All right,
asked?
go ahead. I triggered.
But what made me stay was, one, she had a kid that I was attached
There
to.
we go.
Oh damn!
All right.
2,
The soccer player.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
2, it was like our first like 6-7 months was amazing.
Okay.
She was
living in the past.
She was funny. She was, smart, caring, all type of shit. I don't know where the disconnect happened. It's probably had something to do
You
with
did
myself.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it probably was something because I had just got diagnosed with PTSD, and then she was one of the women that I was dealing with that I didn't know that was a problem with me because I used to be furious. Like when I say my toxic trait, like I ain't never hit a woman, but I would hit someone around you. Or break something. I have to break something. I used to be real bad with it. I'd be serious. And when I started to realize that was the issue, and the problem was I started to realize I had an issue, but just because she was used to fighting niggas, that it didn't help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm angry and you get angry too, you hit a nigga. I always knew like if it gets to the point where I feel like I need to hit her, I'ma leave. She 2 different people. She wanna fight. But it's like I was trying to get it to I like, damn, if I could get it back to what it was when we first
living on
met,
that path.
we'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? And I knew because I was like, damn, I know we have the capability. And then I had to tell her what eventually broke us up is I like the person that you see now. Like by then I had went to start seeking therapy then, and then I was diagnosed with PTSD, and we were going through like trigger words like being called a bitch is a major trigger
I don't do
word
that
for me.
one. Yeah,
just because they said it so much in boot camp. Did they? Yeah, but you don't know no Marines. Hey, brother.
What you talking about?
Yeah, bitch. We talking this bitch.
Bitch, like they just call you a bitch.
So it's some.
That's a regular word.
So outside of that young relationship, talking about Rock and Blueface, that's people our age that's really ain't got it together.
Who is our age? Cause
my age, I'll say Kim Kardashian, and we talking about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. In that situation, I really don't have a lot of words for Kanye. Tori, what do you feel about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West? Do you see what toxic traits do you see in that relationship from the outside looking in?
I know Kanye could seem a little toxic and controlling with their children, using them, or Kim using them as pawns, and then him buying the house next door, and then him like exploiting their relationship online.
Yeah.
All of those things are toxic. Kim, she's trying to paint herself in a positive light, but I'm sure she toxic as hell on the behind the camera.
You got to think about how she goes about relationships.
Strategic.
Yeah.
It is no period. Let me tell you something, man.
She's a love bomber.
Yeah, it's like she jumping the next one, and the next one gonna feel it. And I used to do that shit too.
Yeah.
And that's why none of my relationships worked until I met my
You
fiance.
use a love bomber?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so let me tell you what
You ready
love
for the
bombing
next
is.
one?
No, real shit. So a love bomb is somebody who finds out what you're interested in and what you like, and they do a lot of it
No,
right
I'm
away.
not
You know what I'm
that
saying? I'm just keeping it a bean. Like
Yeah, I'm not that
love
nigga.
bombing somebody is falling in love like overnight and trying to make somebody fall in love with you overnight.
Oh no, they
know what I'm
already
saying?
like what I got to offer.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I may like what they have to offer.
Okay.
I'm not gonna purposely do what you like. You got to already like what I got. My
Gotcha.
problem is like me and Marissa be together. God forbid, break up. I got a girlfriend tomorrow. This bitch don't like. She probably like me like a motherfucker, but I don't know nothing about her. I'm just doing this. I get over her.
Fill a spot.
Because
Yeah.
I'm used to every time I get off work. Me and my fiance work for the same company. As soon as I get off work, I'll call her. I talk to her the whole car ride. I'm getting ready to go to work. I talk to her the whole. So like something like that, I know I'm gonna have to feel because I'm used to doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? God forbid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got used to I'm used to something like that. go here. Right? You gotta call me when I get ready to go to work. And
So you think
I will call you.
You think Kim does that?
Yeah, that's exactly what she do. Man, look how long she wasn't even divorced all the way before she started messing with Pete. She wasn't even divorced all the way when she started messing with Christian. She wasn't divorced all the way when she started messing
Damn,
with
why
Richard.
you know her whole roster?
Because she put it
Because
on
it's on TV. It's live. She lived her whole life on
Man,
TV.
I don't even know
30
she live at. But it's like when you don't do that. I remember when I met Marissa. We were just friends for like months because I had just got out of that situation. I told her I'm not bringing nobody seriously into this shit until I told her I would not be your boyfriend until 3 things happen. I get a better job to provide for myself. I get a car and I get these charges dropped. If any one of these 3, if I don't have these 3, I'm not gonna be with you because I'm not gonna put you in a weird situation where you got to take care of me type shit. You know what I'm saying? And we waited. And I remember it was like it got to the point where all right, cool, the charges dropped. You got a good job. And then I remember I got a car. And I remember the day I got a car and I came over to see her. That was my first time ever driving to go see her. And I drove to go see her. So she was like, look like you driving now.
Sound like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It sounds like patience. It sounds like understanding, and that's what I say. My definition of love is, and I feel like Kanye, you know what I'm saying, has that. Well, Kim had that for Kanye, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're dealing with mental instability, like right now, he just got ordered to pay $200,000 a month in child support. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'm against the system all around. You know, so I hear people saying, well, why shouldn't he be obligated to take care of his kids? Who the fuck said he didn't? When have you ever heard about him being a deadbeat dad ever in your fucking life? Why does he have to pay $200,000 to a woman that lives across the street when he can just get his kids and pay his half?
And a billionaire.
You know what I'm saying? And right, and she getting,
She's a billionaire.
you know what I'm saying? She got bread, but again, I don't understand that whole situation. It's all just toxic to me.
In that situation, it's different because it's not like he's giving the baby mom the money. She's filthy fucking rich. Yeah. Realistically,
he's ordered to pay $200,000 a month.
But I guarantee it, she's probably really making making her kids rich on their own accord.
She basically said that's to cover security and all that kind of stuff in school and stuff like that.
Because them kids need that shit because he's doing all this nut shit. So now your kids need these extra security because guarantee if somebody don't like.
Pause that.
If you what? Oh, if niggas don't guarantee
nut shit.
That's because that shit is a Florida term
somewhere else. So Bella, when you watching this, do you ever watch their show at all? Do you ever watch?
I ain't got no choice.
Yeah. So when you see her and you see him, when they first, let me ask you this specific question: when they first got together, did you see it going as long as it did?
Honestly, I didn't think about it that deep, but probably, yeah, sure. I mean, I feel like people can make it last if they decide to, they choose to, or whatever. I feel like on Kanye's end, I feel like he was gonna try to make it last simply because he had been checking for her for a while. Prior to her even being with Chris Humphries, I think that's what his name was. And so when
him, Austin,
when she got out of the relationship with him, well, she wasn't even fully out of the marriage with him. She got with Kanye, and and that's when she was pregnant. She was going to court, going through her situation with Chris, and was pregnant with North. So, I do feel like she bounced from relationship to relationship. I think she's one of those people that really doesn't like to be alone. But I do feel like they cared about each other. Obviously, they made it work for a certain period of time. But I do feel like you said, when it comes to dealing with somebody that is that has
instabilities.
Mental instabilities.
We'll just keep it nice.
I think it can be difficult. But as far as the child support and stuff goes, I mean, I don't know. To me, I just feel like the children have to get taken care of. It don't matter how much money she
Why can't he just do it though?
He could have. I mean,
he probably does. My thing is, I hate court orders. I'm personally against it. Personally, I got personal reasons, but I just feel like the system gets involved and they take off the top. They users, like, it's a scam. Like, if that man you don't think Kanye West take care of his kids? Like, let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean. Like, come on, man. If he's gonna
take care of his kids, what's wrong with this child support?
Right.
Okay,
because
they ordered it.
I mean, he ain't said nothing about it. It's
exactly.
all of us.
Everybody else is saying
shit about
it.
Because to him, $200,000 probably ain't a lot of money.
Exactly, but
He's probably glad it's 200,000 only.
Why can't you think about it like what you said? That money is getting put aside for the children.
Because I think
she
about it
gonna have
like
money
this:
regardless.
the system is in place to keep us out of the household. Number one, if you really do your research on child support, that shit is like Planned Parenthood, nigga. Like it's some deeper levels than just take care of your kids.
Right.
It's a lot more to do with
Section
that.
8,
Again, why can't he just pay that without being put into a system in which he's forced to pay? He's ordered by the courts to pay.
Can I say something?
When he doing it anyway.
The issue is that's the system was made for niggas that don't.
It's for
and niggas that do is just collateral damage because I ain't got the time to decipher. You know how long it take to do these court proceedings? I ain't got time to decipher if you gonna do it or not.
Child support is supposed to be for absent fathers.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Not because we broke up. Period. I don't give a fuck what nobody saying. I will die on that bed.
Okay, you the only one with kids here. So.
Exactly. And they taking the chunk. And I want to be. I've been here. You feel me?
You gonna die on that bed because you laid on another one.
Damn, that's deep as fuck, my nigga. So
my daddy, I found my dad when I was 25 years old.
So Tori, I want to get to you on the Kanye shit.
I'm good on that.
Okay. What about Jada? What about Will and Jada? Do you feel like
they're toxic? Jada might have some underlying toxic traits.
What you mean? For a while, they was the blueprint for us.
I know, but I don't think anybody is perfect. I'm telling you,
anybody should be the blueprint.
You know what I'm saying? The blueprint.
Anybody who can last to me is the
especially
blueprint.
on social media.
To me, anybody who can stay together long as hell. I'm trying to follow some rules that you're doing.
You know why they stay long.
Why you think that is?
Forgive. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, they probably cheated here and there. They probably was bringing people in the room, whatever they had to do to stay together.
Okay.
And now that everybody has kind of some insight on what they had to do to stay together, everybody calling this lady toxic. But
No, it's because her daughter wrote a letter to Tupac, who was dead years before she was even born.
I remember that too.
Asking him to come back because her mama loved him. I wish.
She's in love with a nigga.
I wish. Me and Marissa has a fucking child.
Well,
and that little motherfucker write a letter to one of her dead ex niggas.
Well,
talking about that's the happiest you ever been. Bitch, how you know?
She saw a picture of her mom with Tupac. And she heard the legend of Tupac. She just wrote up.
And she gonna see foster care.
Huh? But yeah, so nobody is a perfect relationship. We know what they have to do to go through and stay together. Like the older generations, your grandmother, your grandfather had family over here
they had problems.
and they stayed together until they died.
Yeah, I'm not my grandmother.
I think that's my goal though. Like I just want to be, when I get into some shit, I just want the shit to have some longevity. Like I don't want to be irregardless, nigga. Like
it take compromise.
It take forgiving. It take understanding, and it take a lot of fucking I'm sorry.
We used to argue about
and it take a lot of humility.
We used to argue about it.
Wait a minute.
Keep it in the vein.
All right, move
Talk
on.
to me. Who
you going back for?
Who I'm going back for? No, nigga. Who am I going back? Who am I? Am I spinning the block?
You ready to spin the block?
No, I just really like.
Forgiving.
I just really like people who can get through shit. I respect that. It's something about that that's not around as much. You know what I'm saying? It's a rare trait to you to see two people go through something and actually get through it.
You know why? Because now that we have social media and everything feels accessible, that relationship, that goal that we look at, or that type of person, or the way he looks, the way she looks, it feels accessible because you got it right here, right? Yeah. So the person walking down the street that don't look like that Instagram model, you still looking for that, and then people are buying bodies looking like that. So it just feels like, the sky's the limit, and I'm going to get, because it's very self-absorbed now, I don't care about what you got to say. I'm going to get what I deserve. Regardless if you honestly deserve some shit down here because you see it on the internet, you feel you deserve this. Yeah. Even though you have like a whole 6 flags of red flags yourself, you still feel like you deserve.
I had a lady tell me self-love one time that love is a responsibility, and to be with someone that takes your love as their priority. Like I prioritize my fiance love. Like I think about at least once a day. I'm gonna think about something, regardless if it's small. Like I'm gonna take out the trash before she see this shit. Like something like that. I think I try to do something like once a day. And you got to be with someone that prioritizes your happiness. Because if you both prioritizing each other's happiness, you will be fine.
Be all right.
Because the thing is, if it's I don't never want my fiance to be too upset. So if I'm doing something that makes her that upset, I know I need to stop it. And a lot of times I tell her I'm not apologizing because I feel like I agree on what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm apologizing because whatever I did, it wasn't intent of what it made you feel.
Yeah.
I did not mean to make you feel that way. I just don't want no spaghetti. Okay?
Sometimes nigga don't want no spaghetti.
I just don't want no spaghetti. Like, we've been eating spaghetti all month, babe. Like, you know, and she try to fuck you up. She be like, oh, this is vodka sauce. No, that's spaghetti.
It's still spaghetti.
with a different flavor. I'm tired of eating fucking spaghetti, okay? I'm gonna put sausages in it. Don't put nothing in it.
Oh my goodness. To the original OGs. Speaking of toxic relationships, the original OGs, Bobby and Whitney. Bobby and Whitney. Whitney had Bobby doing crack. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Don't do that.
Well, Bobby had Whitney.
No.
I don't know how old y'all
Yeah,
are.
Whitney had Bobby
I
doing
don't know
crack.
how old y'all are. But I remember the actual reality show.
Oh, I do.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah, when they was
Okay,
in
so I
the
ain't that old.
And they was going like this.
Yeah. But if you ever watch that shit, again, what I said earlier about
that
love
Blueface?
being subjective, right? That's
They
what
look
they
like
thought
that.
love looked like to them. For them, that's what love looked like. She was an actually she was in love with a woman, but we ain't gonna go there. But
Crackheads relationships do be
yeah,
toxic as fuck.
But Bobby, I have never seen a man love a woman the way I seen Bobby Brown love Whitney
You
Houston.
never see two crackheads in love?
I've never seen a nigga love somebody
Y'all
enough to
better
do
stop
it.
talking about
Do
the
crack?
late grade.
I ain't even gonna cap.
You get what I'm saying?
Marissa come to me like, hey, babe, do a little
crack.
I'm like, what?
Exactly, because you don't love her the way Bobby loved Whitney. Because Bobby was like, alright, I'll smoke a little crack with your boo. You know what I'm saying? To me, right, we can get on drugs together. That to me is like, what? You know what I'm saying? That commitment, that level of commitment was ridiculous. If you ever watch the show though, outside of being funny about the drugs and shit, they really did love each other. Bobby, I remember this episode, I don't want to get too graphic, but she couldn't shit. He put his hand in there.
Is this
Do you
real?
hear me? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, very, very serious.
He did.
That's love.
Would
Is
y'all-
it toxic?
hold on,
To us, it looks
You
toxic.
gotta go around.
To them,
Would you do it?
I don't even like to eat coochie with hair on it. So I'm like,
when I put my finger in my girl booty to help her
Would
boo,
you do it?
if she pregnant,
Hold on, wait,
yes.
we going to the hospital.
Hold on.
Just let the pros do
Let
it.
her ask the question.
Hold on.
Tori, don't bring that thing over here.
Would you assist your significant other if they were constipated? Would you? What do you call that?
Yeah, I'll assist them to the hospital.
I forgot.
Colonic
An
or
enema?
Enema,
Yeah.
self-induced.
A suppository.
Suppository. Would you assist them in extracting?
I will go to the hospital with you and let the pros do
We
it.
don't got no money.
Can I say
We
something?
got the money.
I have an answer. I probably would.
If she's
With a glove, I would. Use a glove. I'll do what I do.
if she's pregnant, yes. If she's not, we're going to the hospital.
Also, I know we ain't supposed to do this on the show, but you seen that podcast where the girl, she was speaking so very candidly about her situation. She was with the guy, something about a butt plug, and he was experimenting, and it went in there, and it sucked up. It went up. It went up in there because he was trying to do too much. He was doing that and doing this with his thing. Anyway, so it's in there, and now they're in this situation. And she said we got to know each other very, very personally. It almost didn't come up with that. Now that's one situation where you won't be going to the emergency room for, obviously the way they probably might view you. I don't know. So you going in for that?
Oh my
Gotta go to the
God.
hospital.
No, you going in for that.
They've seen worse. They've probably seen race
You
cars and
seen that
shit.
show Sex Sent Me to the ER?
I sent that.
Yes.
I seen that.
They've
Nigga
seen
put a
worse. I
jar in his
promise.
butt.
What?
Excuse
You
me?
didn't see that? Oh, this some years ago. Nigga put a jelly jar in his butt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
Jelly jar?
it must be in the love.
How big was his
That
jaw?
jar big as fuck.
Nigga, what are you doing to your butt?
But anyway, I only said that to heighten the stakes. I only said that to heighten the stakes as the fact, like,
Listen.
emergency room may not be the first choice.
Love
You know
don't
what I'm saying?
always mean putting yourself in that situation. Sometimes love is just
Everybody shows love
saying
in a
differently.
different way.
though.
Caring is
Everybody-
what-
You got this shit in my hand though. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, cause
But no,
I got a thing with
caring
dudes.
trait. Like, I'm gonna take care of you. I know that you you will be embarrassed if I take you to the emergency.
Well, we gonna be embarrassed together. Cause
Who
I'm
gonna say something about my baby? I wish they motherfucking would.
let
I'm
the
cussing
cousins do
niggas
it.
out in the hospital, but I'm not.
I'm just saying.
But if you regular too, like you pregnant, I'm just gonna suck it up. Like I did this to you. I'm
If
the
they
reason
were
why you're in this
pregnant,
predicament.
I would say take them to the emergency room. I wouldn't be sticking my head up in
no.
there.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that.
Cause I wouldn't want that for me. I'm going to the hospital. I'm not gonna be like, hey babe, I can't shit. Can you please put your finger in my ass? No.
First of all, if she
Oh
rips
my
something, that's your ass. Literally. No. You know what I'm saying? Now you fucked up out here. That's why I said just
What
go.
David Fox say?
Look,
I
just
am
go.
severed. I am severed.
Just go to the hospital. All right, so we went over all these love toxic traits. Black producer man, we got anything else we need to hit on before we get about this thing?
Man,
Ooh, yeah.
we had a lot, but what time?
Again, shout out to Dream Radio, man. Make sure y'all get into it. Okay, is it still true that
I got this.
He
is that for now? Okay, here we go. We got another question we got to get into. Is it still true today that good girls like bad guys? Is that going out of style yet? Let me go to my resident ladies. Bella, welcome back. I'm right on your head. Let's go. Is that true? Good girls like bad guys?
I'm not a good girl, so I don't know.
Girl, stop playing. You know you go to church. You going to church tomorrow for Sunday, for Saturday school, Friday night.
We niggas said
Saturday school on Friday night.
Yep, you love church. You're a good girl.
That's what you
Nah, real shit. So okay,
No,
so
I was-
if you
I
don't
was
consider
joking.
yourself a good girl, do you think that women still like bad? Because like I said, literally today I just seen where somebody was like, I only fuck with street niggas. You got to carry a gun. You got to have some street lingo. Like I don't want a regular. And then you heard B Simone say, I don't want a 9 to 5 nigga, shit like that. Like
my God.
there's a lot of women that feel like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They don't want regular niggas. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Do you think that the bad boy's still in?
Yes, I do actually. I feel like society has made it so attractive for a man to. It's not even like the back in the day bad boys, because back like
they want to get
the bad boys nowadays look a little different and act a little different.
Their jeans a little tighter.
A little bit.
They
But
can't hold
I
their gun
definitely
right.
feel like it's still a thing. I think it's always going to be a thing simply because I feel like until you, I can't even say until you mature. I think that allure of...
I like that word though.
Allure?
Mature.
Oh, you're right.
I think they got a lot to do with it.
No, maturity definitely has a lot to do with it. I do feel like a lot of the younger girls, not even just young here, mentally.
Yeah, there you go.
If you are young mentally, you are attracted to that little bit of something that could be potentially illegal or something that's wrong. Something that's wrong, like because you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're attracted to something that is not your norm. You know what I'm saying? And so it kind of goes back to that opposites attract type situation, because it's like, if I don't want to be with somebody that does the same stuff as me, you know what I'm saying? That bad boy, I think, is always going to be. I definitely think it'll always be in. It'll always be a thing, regardless of what bad is, because that can be subjective. But I definitely think people like good girls like roughnecks. You know,
like rougher. I think it's a masculine thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
For
but
you to be-
that comes with maturity. So you can still as you get older, you might still want a man that's strong and dominant and has a backbone. But those traits are a little more sexy. They're
A
a
young
little
nigga
more mature, right?
he might be more reckless, but I'll beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit. Like I'm just keeping it a bean. Like niggas be trying to act hard. Them usually be the niggas that can't fight. You know what I'm saying? Like the niggas that's the loudest
always.
because they loud and they try to be hard and they try to. If you gotta tell a nigga you hard, you probably not that hard. You know
To
what I'm
be
saying?
honest, you gotta if a nigga you about to get into it with a nigga and his old lady there, you can tell what type of nigga is based on how his old lady
He switch
responds.
up on it, and
no,
then she
based on
probably
how his
like-
old lady responds. If because I've been in situations where somebody nigga acting hard, and his old lady.
Right, here he
we
go.
go.
He finna get whooped
Here we
again.
go. Right.
He finna get whooped again. Like I said,
But
he
if
them
you can
niggas.
see fear in his old lady eyes, and it's not like she's scared of him. She's scared for you.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. He probably gonna kill you.
And you know what? Me and Marissa, we at the beach, and one of them crackers. I'm sorry.
Okay.
One of them bumped me into her, and boy, I was like,
He apologized as he was getting cussed out.
I'm about to pop.
but
Right.
I'm going on. He like, sir, I am sorry. I'm like, hey, I'm going on because I'm like, hey, y'all. One thing about my old lady, I don't play. You're not gonna bump her. I go to jail peacefully.
Yeah.
If it come down to it, I know baby come to get me.
I think it's sad I think it's sad actually, and I find it disturbing that this shit's still in style. Because I said today on the comment when I seen the I think I named Jada or whatever. I said it under the status, and I said I think women have more power than they understand. If women started saying we not fucking with no more hood niggas, maybe more of us would be alive. Maybe more of us would be not in jail. You know what I'm saying? You know the prison is filled with niggas that's in there because they was trying to impress somebody.
All the time, niggas.
You get what I'm saying? They in prison because they was trying to sell drugs to look like a certain image. They was in prison because they was fighting over a woman, or fighting because of a woman, or fighting to prove themselves to be manly and masculine enough for a woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like women have way more power than y'all
Women
understand.
have power, but men have a mind.
We have a mind, but it's very small.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, I hear what you're saying.
It's very small.
And women do have the power.
Pussy run the world.
That part.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you can't play the blame game.
It ain't the blame game.
Husband in jail.
Yeah.
So,
but
period.
But you feel me? Where you feel me coming from though? If women came together and said we not fucking with no more hood niggas, you gotta have a. If women said we ain't giving up pussy, we going on pussy strike. Y'all gotta go to college. You know how many niggas will be in college tomorrow?
No, hey, tell me.
It ain't a blame game. It's an observation.
No, you're correct.
Okay.
Because when I was younger, so not even just when I was younger, but in general. So I'm one of those people that really don't have like a specific type of person that I would date. Don't do that.
Okay.
We're not bringing that into this season. But there was a guy. He sold drugs, and he always would. He did.
Yeah.
Sold is past tense.
Okay.
He don't do them no more. But he sold drugs, and he always introduced himself like he wanted me to call him his street name, and I was like, I'm not calling you that.
Was you fucking with James St. Patrick?
First of all, I'm not calling you that, and then when I found out, because he lied to me initially about what he did, because
that's what we do.
What was the lie? I want to know.
He said he was a barber because he had a lot of cash on him, and he was like, I cut hair, which he did. He did cut hair, but he never went to school for it. He just was like one of those people like, I'll cut you up, my boy. Like he had clippers.
It was a cover up.
You're right.
And a gun, so you
because I said I don't deal with street stuff. I don't want to be involved in that. I don't want to be included in that. And if that's what you, so he lied for a long time, and until because I'm not dumb, I figured it out. And
nigga, we just came from Colombia, right? Like,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, you come back with this cocoa
you ain't got that many fades in you. You ain't got that many fades in you.
About the other thing they know for, but I ain't want to, coffee and
Anyway, but he stopped.
That's deep.
He did.
That's deep as hell.
How can you tell?
He homeless now though.
No, he has a whole business.
I went to see him at River Center.
He's a general contractor now.
Smart as fuck. Yeah, he took that money and did it.
That's a cover up. He really smuggling drugs.
Yeah, you know. Niggas will change if they really want to be with somebody. Niggas will do it. But see, women. This is one thing for women. Women be letting shit slide. Letting stuff slide. You be okay. You be settling instead of putting your foot down and saying, no, I don't tolerate that. I don't do that. Speaking from experience, I used to be one of them females too. I'm not bashing nobody. But if I agree with you, if women did put their foot down, listen, I'm not settling for that. I don't like that.
Niggas try to act hard. We not that hard. We not that hard.
If
a woman say I need this, if he love you, if a woman see something in me and she don't like it, if I change what she don't like, that's my sign. That's my love. That's me showing you I give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, bro, if you got the sauce, you could make these women like a green bean nigga when they used to hood niggas.
When they used to hood niggas, yeah.
You know how many times I done had dated women that's used to hood niggas. They ain't never been with a green bean nigga that went to work or some shit. And you know when it changes, especially if they got kids. Yeah. It changes when like you start playing with
I want my
niggas.
child to see this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You the daddy or drug dealer, he all in jail, but I'm in the military. You know what I'm saying? You didn't be wanting that shit.
I'd rather my children see this.
But the difference is most niggas don't know how to separate the two. Where it's like you could be masculine, dominant, and able to handle your own without being a street nigga. I am not a street nigga. I'll tell a nigga quick, I'm not gangster. I'm not no thug. I'm not none of these things. I'm just gonna beat your ass as a regular nigga. That's just simply what it is. I'm not a bitch.
Right.
But I'm not gonna be out here looking for illegal activity, nigga. I do think about like not going to jail. Like I don't want to go to jail. You know what I
feel like in 2022, almost damn near 23, which is crazy. But
next
you
month.
can be a street nigga without being illegal anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's a mentality. You know what I mean? That's why I remember when B Simone was trying to explain herself when she said, "I don't want no 9 to 5 nigga." Like she wanted a nigga with a hustle. You know what I'm saying? And a hustle's mentality. That necessarily ain't got to be illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ways of getting bread.
She want a boss.
Without having, right. She want a boss. She want a nigga that can get his own on his own, like on his own. You do the voice? Wanna buy?
You gotta show though, like, but the thing is, if you can show your lady that you know you can handle things, and like if she could feel safe and protected, that's really what it is. Women like bad boys because at the end of the day, they feel protected. If some shit was strong, to happen, I know this nigga gonna do something.
That's it right there.
And a lot of green bean niggas be like, if you too busy, like, I'm not gonna let nobody, male, female, her mama, they mama, nobody's gonna disrespect her, and I'm not gonna say something.
Facts.
She knows that. So I don't have to do no extra shit, like trying to show her that, like, hey, no, I got you, because she already know when the shit the fan is gonna be.
I be feeling like the hardest niggas is the niggas that don't never have to really act hard. Them the motherfuckers that's quiet, they just do their work, they mind their business, and then when something happen, you like, God damn!
Niggas apologize to me before I even get mad.
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas apologize to me just on how I carry myself, because I tell niggas quick, bro, I don't play like that, bro. Whatever, and I tell, like, when I had issues with some niggas, the niggas was online talking crazy.
Yeah.
When I saw them, I said, look, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I feel about what you did, but I'm gonna tell you to your face.
Yeah.
Because I don't care about what nobody else feels. A lot of niggas can't handle shit like that. Because now they're like, oh no, this nigga, now he want to be hard. I don't want to be hard. It's just that I'm not telling you that I don't fuck with you for the spectacle. I want you to know genuinely, without all cameras and niggas commenting and amping you up, because I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna amp you up.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be amped up. I want you to genuinely know why I'm not fucking with you. And you ask my fiance, these niggas that see me somewhere, these niggas are not, oh, what's up, bro? I keep it cute, niggas. Like,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
you already said. You already said. Hey, so today we went over all the different toxic relationship traits. We went over signs of being in toxic relationships and stuff like that. Tori, is there anything that you took away from tonight? It said, wait, we got one more. It said, what's the most toxic thing you've done?
Jesus.
Tori, you got a Tori story? You got a story?
I'm not sure that I know what toxic is.
Oh Lord,
I can tell you what I did.
That's toxic in itself.
I left my ex in Alabama during a hurricane, and I drove all the way from Alabama in the middle of a Category 5 hurricane because she pissed me off because she don't like scary movies, and I went to take my nephew to a scary movie, and then the next morning she was like, I like, you want to come with me? She was like, yeah, because you left me last night, and that set me for a trip. And I packed my bags and drove in the middle of a fucking hurricane back to Jacksonville.
Wow.
I would say
you left her.
I think
I left her with her car.
In my younger years, I did the toxic thing that people do when they get broken up with and they act like they hurt, but in reality they couldn't wait for that shit to happen. You know what I'm talking about? So I was with this young lady.
You a dick.
And I was waiting for her to do something. And I was just like, all she got to do is sneeze wrong. I'm out this bitch. Because I didn't want to be the bad guy. I'm being honest. That was like, to me, that's that gaslighting shit that we was talking about. Like, in reality, it was bad communication on my part. It was immaturity on my part. It was dishonesty on my part because I should have just been straight up. I didn't want to be there no more. And all I needed was a reason. And she gave me a big one. You know what I'm saying? And I used that to hold over her head. To this day, she probably feel like she fucked that relationship, but in reality, I was ready to go a long time ago.
Oh my God.
To me, that's very toxic because when you leave somebody without an explanation, when you leave somebody in a situation in which you wasn't honest when you left, you leave them fucked up because now they think they wrong and they doing something wrong, and you leave them scarred. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Oh well." I don't feel like it's fair for you to leave somebody scarred. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be with them no more. Just be honest and say, I didn't want to be here no more. You know what I'm saying? I waited for her to fuck up for me to get out of there. And I blamed her for everything. And in reality, I was just unhappy. And I could have just left her happy. You know what I'm saying?
Tori, what's the most toxic thing you've done in a relationship?
Tori, you nothing?
Hold
I took
on.
back the sweater
I just
that I
thought
bought
about
him.
something.
Okay.
Like, hold on.
That's that shit. That's that shit. Yeah,
I'm
that
not
John
toxic.
Redcorn.
Sir, boy. That
Tori, yo.
Yeah, I'm pulling up. So I remember somebody. Damn, I feel bad saying it because I know I was fucked up back
It's
then.
okay. You can.
But
This is a
the
therapy
person,
session.
like Bella was saying, he ain't had a car or whatever. He ain't had the things together, and I was like, I ain't talking to you. You ain't got no car. Next thing you know, he got a car. So, but I feel so fucked up saying it. But anyway, so I didn't really want to be with him to begin with. I was using him. And
Come on.
For what? He ain't no car.
Wayne, perhaps.
what do you think I was using?
Because I can never
Joey.
see. I never see her in that light.
Yeah, never.
being like
Ever.
that.
Tori has never had sex before.
this
Yeah,
is-
like you a virgin. Nigga about to retire in the Navy, a virgin.
Well, I'm trying to
So
find
you
it.
a
So
virgin.
not in the Navy.
he probably gonna kill me. But anyway,
I hope not.
so I hope not either. But he still communicates with me. My mom thinks he's such a great guy, but I don't want to be with him. But whatever.
Oh, it's still
And
actively going on.
This is old, but
okay.
these are feelings, I guess, still.
Okay.
But he sent me a picture of a letter that I wrote him
Wow.
back then.
Are we reading this letter?
I'm going to read it.
Oh shit. Let me
I'm
turn this.
gonna read it.
He gonna hit you.
All right, here we go. This is gonna be hilarious.
What year was this?
Long time ago. We gonna start
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Decade, more than a decade.
Once upon a
Okay. I feel so embarrassed. Don't even put the camera on me.
Okay,
motherfucker,
let's
reading
get the
this
letter.
shit.
Let's get the
I
letter.
care about you, so I want what's best for you, and it ain't me.
Nigga started came in hot. I'm sorry. That is hot. That nigga said, I'm in love with someone else. My God.
Okay.
I'll stop reading that motherfucker.
Half a sentence.
Gave that nigga a Dear John letter.
He kept it though. He
That
kept it. He kept this. He
You
said,
finna boss up on your ass. What fuck you mean?
That
Okay,
nigga lost 30
anyway.
pounds.
and I said, I'm going through some things within myself that I need to resolve.
Okay.
I'm so thankful for you being there for me whenever I called, day or night.
Nigga was a good nigga. Okay, go ahead.
It's gonna take some time. I really enjoy you, and just to let you know, I think you are the best boyfriend I never had.
This nigga is trash. Oh my God.
The best boyfriend I ever had, Beyonce.
It gets better.
Okay. Oh, it's
I
more.
don't want you to wait on me anymore, so I'm gonna cut it short. Right now, we can't.
You broke up with him in boot camp?
No, we can't hang as close as we do now because I feel like I'm using you as a crutch. Whenever I'm lonely, I call on you. I apologize. I've hurt a lot of people, and now it's time to make it right.
Damn.
Hold on, now, you said a lot.
God,
John
I don't
Glacy?
know what the fuck
Gacy, first of
Oh,
all.
my bad.
John Wayne
Gacy.
Gacy.
Yeah, you fucking psychopath. You already write manifestos?
This nigga's a dick, man. Hey, y'all
I
ever
wasn't
seen that?
really a dick. I was telling the truth.
I don't
All
think
you
there
wanted was
anything
dick.
wrong with that.
Okay, why do we write letters instead of telling people face to face?
Yeah, it's probably before
Do we
text
think the letters
messages.
That is a
resonate
cop
long?
out.
I said it was
It's-
a long time ago.
I get it, but even then, like you said, it used to. That's like sending somebody a text. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
I did used to break up people
y'all
through
break up
text.
on text?
Yeah.
That's
Hold on,
terrible.
wait.
I
That's
ended my
terrible.
marriage through
I'm
text.
gonna sit down for lunch with a lot of people around.
In
type
my
nigga.
defense, we were somewhere where we didn't have our cell phone use.
I get it.
So
I
I,
get
had
it.
to write the message.
That's deep though.
Oh, I break up. I don't break up now through text. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That's deep.
I do because women do
Fear
this
of
shit. I
confrontation?
hate when you do the
What is
shit.
that?
They're crying in my face.
In a breakup?
Yeah, because I got a video on my phone right now of a bitch just like
Why
boo-hoo
do you
crying.
have a video?
Because I thought
Because
she was
he's
gonna kill
terrible.
me.
He's a
I
terrible
thought she was
person.
gonna kill me.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So today we went over all the different types of toxic
Oh,
relationships.
Lord.
We went over all the traits. We went over signs of toxic. Did you take anything from this
Yeah.
conversation? What you got?
I took that. I have came a long way.
There you go, bro. I like
I-
that.
You're no
And-
longer toxic.
No, I'm gonna say I'm not no longer toxic.
Oh.
As in, like, I have toxic thoughts. I may not have toxic actions anymore, but I definitely have toxic thoughts. And
You're
I had
aware
to,
of
like,
it.
I had
Yeah.
to backtrack myself
Yeah.
for some shit like today. Mercer said something in my head, and then she like, what? It doesn't require that much attitude, what I was about to give you, so I'm not gonna respond.
Let me check my shit. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna respond because what you said didn't warrant none of what I was about to give you.
Yeah.
So like, we could talk about something else. And then she'd be like, she's good with like, okay, just let it be.
That's
Yeah,
love
because I
over.
would have been like,
That's
well,
love
very
over
mature.
toxic. That is
That's
love.
maturity.
Yeah, that's maturity. Facts.
To let it go, someone
Just
be
let
like,
it go, because I'm like, I had to check myself, because I like, you said something, I ain't like it, but it didn't require what I was about to say back or what I was about to do back,
Right.
or even catch an attitude, and we having a good day. I don't want to fuck it up, you know. And
That's
that took,
good, man.
That took me and her being able to like communicate. I like when I met her, I'm fighting charges, so like I feel like I was honest with her. That's the first thing I told her in the first message. That she was like, tell me about yourself. I'm
fighting charges.
I'm
right?
29 years old.
she was taking it back.
Well,
I was keeping it a bean with her.
I give you this. No matter what it is, like you said, you just growing. And I think today's conversation was healthy. I think it was healthy for all of us. Me personally, I know it was. Bella, how did it hit you?
I'm a
Today,
mother.
did anything you take? Anything you take from today? Anything that you got from these traits and these toxic types of relationships and things like that? Anything you identify with?
Nothing I can say I identify with. No, I don't feel like. Honestly, I don't feel like I'm a toxic person.
Sure.
Whatever. I don't feel like I'm a toxic person, honestly, but I do feel like Joey said, everybody has maybe a toxic trait, and I feel like this conversation, obviously brings to the forefront and identifies some other toxic traits that I maybe in my brain I didn't think were toxic.
Yeah.
Even in friendships, you know what I'm saying? And I
Facts.
have some friendships that when you were listing the different things, it was kind of resonating with me a little bit about some of the friendships that are in my life.
Shit popped.
Yeah, kind of a light bulb moment, So I think that's what I'll take from it today. Just being more cognizant of toxicity in all relationships.
Good word. I'm glad that you guys recognize some things, and I'm glad that you guys were open and honest about your family dynamics and stuff like that, because I feel like that is going on all aspects of relationships and toxicity. Tori, is there
Yes.
anything today specifically that you took from the conversation?
It took me a minute, but I was opening up a little bit about
I
some
agree.
of the toxic things. But I don't. That's not my initial thought unless someone confronts me with whatever I got going on. I don't think of myself as toxic, but you never know. Reflect. Take some time.
Big facts. I think we still growing, we still learning. First of all, I'm gonna say I'm glad that we all back. I'm glad that we all here, and we getting this thing going back again. Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
Dream Radio.
Oh, real talk. Oh yeah, before we get out of here, we gotta basically give a shout out to all the homies, all the supporters, all our sponsors. Dream Radio 619. Shout out Dream Radio. That's DREAME, delivering real entertainment and music. You can catch Joey, the Black Experience. Free is the Black Experience on every Friday night from 8 to 10. You can catch me, DJ Ball, from 10 to 8 in the R&B Kickback. Man, we gonna have a good time tomorrow. No, 10 to 12, 10 to midnight.
Damn.
So Red Cup Gang, shout out to Red Cup Gang, man. Trill, wherever you at, OG, I hope you watching, man. Shout out to Red Cup Gang. We will be wearing all our Red Cup apparel all season, man. So you better believe we're gonna be supporting the homies, man.
I just found my shorts.
Great show, guys. Great show. I'm glad that we all was able to open up and be honest with ourselves and honest with our audience, and we hope that y'all can resonate with it as well. So, Indica Live, we'll be back next week. We back next week?
Yeah.
Back next week, baby. Every freaking Thursday night at 7
us on our
o'clock specific
platforms.
time. So follow us on all platforms, on YouTube and Facebook Live and Instagram and Twitter as well. So
And what will Bella do with her hair next week? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
we out of this thing. Thanks, guys.
We should do a clip.
How many times your hair
Yeah, seriously.